or overlap them. You could just slide them around like cards on a
I'm
desk.
working on it.
I want that too.
Damn it.
It's a shame that you just have to stare at me this entire time.
No, I'm not doing it. I already. You don't know this, but I
You
didn't.
have like
It's a crying shame.
a window over
Man.
him.
Yeah.
It's really
wonder if-
unfortunate.
I wonder if I can have multiple video calls going at the same time, and I'll just direct call you on a different.
Oh my god. Try it. Do it.
Oh, don't break it.
Yeah, everything
Break
else
it.
is working right now. It's
Nah, don't worry about it.
not gonna tempt fate.
Don't worry.
I've
I
already
swear I'm not looking
rolled.
at Dave ever. I'd never do that.
So you guys, well, you know, I'll seed you a little something, you know. So you're, let's pull up this world map. The big map, not the world map. That's an overstatement. You are, you can see the bridge, the main overpass. You're probably about 20 to 30 minutes away yet. It's been a long 3 days, 4 considering you had to rest after your little detour there. And yeah, you're all pretty sick of this small fucking boat at this point, I'd imagine. Maybe not, but I'm just imagining things. And yeah, Baldur's Gate is not too far off. Now, Cutter says he's not a big fan of large city ports and or their port authorities. So he is planning on dropping you on the only coast that he can pull up onto safely in such a small vessel without actually going into port, and that is on the southern side of the body of water that you've been sailing down, which is now quite wide as you get near the city. And it's there that you will make landfall, and just like anyone going into town, will have to travel across the very large bridge slash outer city living area. And
Nice.
yeah, that's what you've got coming up. He can't recall if Anthar Froome spoke to you or not about the Order's contact in the northern part of the city, and called the Upper City. And he kindly reminds you that Akin Celeban is a very successful female trader who pretty much runs a monopoly on the equipping business for all merchant and caravans heading out of the Upper City district, which is the only way where caravans can load up and actually prepare for the northern road, which would take you up to Coast Way, where they believe the cult is headed, very likely towards Dragon Spear, Daggerford, or even Waterdeep, the City of Splendors beyond on the coast much further north. So, all of those things have been talked about in the last couple hours. You're about 30
What was
minutes
that person's
away.
name?
Akin Celeban. And yeah, you've got a little time to yourselves before you make landfall and while I do things. So, there you go. Talk amongst yourselves. Do what you like. I'm happy to answer questions, but I will be reviewing and reading things for about 5-10 minutes maybe. And smoking this thing.
What do we write down oh.
Hey, Graw.
Oi!
How did your little brewing thing turn out?
Well, I've done better.
Can I try just a little bit?
Alright, but I must warn you, you're probably going to be expecting the taste of apples, and you have a 90% chance of getting the taste of fish. Still
Alright.
working out the details, but
Alright.
here you go.
So, okay. Yep. It tastes like fish.
But like, how much does it taste like fish? Like, can you detect the apples a little bit?
I'd say it's about half and half, if I'm perfectly
Half
honest.
apples, half... Okay.
Yeah.
Upon hearing this, the cat is Very intrigued. The cat loves fish.
Oh, you want some apple drink too,
Oh yeah.
cat?
He wants to try this apple
Here.
fish.
Here you go.
Apple fish beer brewery.
That's actually a great point. What if you sold this exclusively to Tabaxi?
I mean,
Yes.
I've never seen
Uh,
another cat
I
before,
crack
but
it open, and it's like catnip.
Ooh.
I'm like getting all hot and bothered. I got immediately 9S boner.
oh, nice.
What's that tiny thing between your... Oh!
That's his tail.
That's just my tail, yes.
I've never seen that. Okay. Hey, Kranach! You're up on the crow's nest. What do you see?
There's city.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Large city.
Did we ever get ballista attached?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I fastened it right into place. Right here, right at the front. You want to try shooting something? Maybe we, have we, do you think we could go spear fishing right here?
Vernick, you see anything under the waves?
What?
Like a whale or a really big fish or a dragon fish or a sea monster or something?
no.
What do you see under there?
It's all clear.
It
You,
must
you
be
don't
the
think you
sun.
see anything, but then you think you see the largest sea serpent you've ever seen in your whole fucking life.
Oh my god!
What?
Abandoned ship! And I just fly away.
Where, where did he go?
Oh.
You don't even hear the last thing I said. I just left so fast.
Grog kind of.
Baldur!
Grog looks over the side and he doesn't see anything.
Yeah,
Excellent.
What?
Oh, guys, I've got a bad feeling about this.
does anyone want to play, what was it, snakes and
Serpents
krakens and serpents and serpent kraken?
serpents and krakens.
Nope.
Yes. I think I'm good playing that one. I got my winnings last night.
Okay.
Speaking of which,
Where's Carver?
Yeah.
the ring.
Steering the boat. Oh yeah, the ring.
Did I find out what it was? I mean, I know we found out as a group, but does I know it now?
Yeah, I think didn't you have Oric identify it?
Yeah, I did. I have it written down here on this piece of paper. Here. Why
So-
don't you conveniently check your chat?
It says it has 3 charges, and I'm curious if that means like forever.
Oh, it regens its charges.
Regains
Oh.
1d3 every dawn.
Okay, I see. So you can pool it.
Wow.
Cool. Very fascinated with this.
You talk with other animals? Friend animals?
Cool.
Very
Thank you, Ulrich.
Yeah. How do you roll 1d3 on this? Can you just type in /roll, or do you do a d6 and then divide by 2?
You don't roll it. Got 3 charges. There's a fuck up on there.
is a way.
Oh,
There is
I
a way.
rolled a 3.
divide by 2.
Now there is a if you right click on a d6, there's a weird group of symbols between the 20 and the 2.
Custom dice.
And
Oh, I
you
see a
can do
d3.
It just
I
it
have
just
rolled
rolls it in half.
Nice.
fan-fucking-tastic.
Why would you ever roll a D0?
I don't know.
You're always gonna get 0.
You have
Will
failed
you?
multiple times. This is really impressive.
Yeah.
Wait, why can you roll a 0? Mine said you rolled a 6.
I
And
see a
that
bunch of
says a 3.
zeros.
And it says a 2.
See 5 zeros.
Yeah, but I
Worse than
don't
a
know
1.
why.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Or
Also,
you're
when you're
rolling
like-
a-
That's great.
When you ask the DM, you're like, "Can I do this thing?" And he's like, "Roll a D0." To be a
But
lift the
there.
boat up?
Oh, I see what you did there.
What?
Okay. So when we get
What?
there,
Sorry.
I pull out a map of Baldur's Gate, which is what we all have.
Wait, do we have one?
Uh-huh. In the message of the day.
Oh, but we don't have one as like a group in game though, right?
Oh.
Sure, yeah, this is on the boat. He's got a few maps being a captain of a boat and all.
And are we coming? I'm assuming from the east-west on the map too, right?
Yeah, you are.
Eh.
Yeah.
You're going this way eventually.
Also, to recap, I'm wearing a zoot suit, and we have Groin chained up as like an exotic pet.
What?
And all we're trying to do is infiltrate.
So wait, I have a question. The crossbow bolts of magical fantasticism. What do those do exactly?
Magical bolts of fantasticism.
Ooh.
They sound pretty fantastical.
I believe they may be called something else, but
They
you
are
know.
called crossbow bolts 20 plus 1.
Oh, that's nice. It has a +1 to it. Is that just a hit? Is that hit and damage?
You get a bonus to both attack and damage rolls made with this magical piece of ammunition, but once it hits a target or is fired, let's say, the ammo is no longer magical.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. I remember these bolts.
Okay.
The wind
Any
blows
other,
across the bow.
Any other activities or goings-ons?
Oh yeah, I had one, but now I can't remember what I was gonna do. Shit. I was typing everything out.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, I want to talk to the man, the shipman, the seaman that we're with.
Carver.
Oh yeah, Carver.
Carver, yeah.
Aye.
And I was wondering if you knew of anybody in Baldur's Gate, like a refuge or someone that could be on our side that you would know.
Oh, do you mean the person he just mentioned?
Oh. Oh shit.
Akin Celebon.
Sorry, I was trying to write everything else down and get back in my notes.
Did you say a keen Cinnabon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Celibin.
Runs
delicious.
runs a bakery in the city.
Smells good. Can almost taste it from here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Anybody else?
No, I'm ready to light this candle.
Do we need to? Is this ballista? Does it look odd if we were to be in Baldur's Gate and see a? Oh, well, he's gonna drop us off early. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just gave him a free ballista. Awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it sounds like.
Or
You're
did
welcome
we?
for the ballista.
Or was it all planned?
Huh. All right. Well, as described, Carver starts steering you towards the southern coast, not too far from the bridge and the small sort of outer city town that's built up around that part. Obviously, some of these things you don't see, and some of you probably don't know about, but we're just going to go ahead and share this more proper city map because we can.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
I want to go there. No, I want to go there. No. I want to go there.
I want to go to the little clam sham.
Clamsham.
Oh, they have a fucking fireworks store there. And a place called the House of Wonders that looks like the Vatican.
I want to go see three old kegs.
Oh,
This is huge, humongous.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, this place is the witch's tits. It's so cool.
So, Carver basically gently uh, grounds the boat on a beach, and a little bit out of view of the map, but like on this side is near like an empty part of the beach, not too far from this sort of outskirts town built up on and around the bridge, called Worms Crossing and Worms Rock. Is where you first touch down. You can smell the salt of the air of the not too distant Sword Coast, and the sounds of the city are quite loud even here on the outskirts, and the number of boats going in and out are impressive to say the least. And above you, near and up on the bridge, you can hear all of the traffic sort of coming and going, and the sounds of rolling cart wheels. Uh, and you know, everything that you heard from the order sort of rings true, or recalls to your mind about how no pack animals or wagons can travel through this city, through the actual city gates. The streets are so narrow and so steep in areas, and anytime it rains, like it's long, long, long been banned any kind of thing other than foot traffic. And any sort of merchants, you can kind of see people who are offloading wagons near the bridge are using like these poles to basically haul stuff. And some of you have probably seen this before. I know Nine probably has. When you're like walking through a shoulder-to-shoulder bazaar of just like a large city, these things are often used to carry large goods above, you know, the headline of people in the crowd. And even larger things are more sort of carried and lifted by numerous people, kind of like a sultan's vessel as he's, you know, carried into town, but more for cargo and large freight. Um, yeah, here we are. You do know that you've got quite a ways to go to get to what is described as Upper City. Um, it is this region, if you can see that sort of lighter
Oh wow.
red over here. I'm gonna
Couple
double
Okay,
circle
yeah, I
miles.
this.
see that. I see it. Okay.
And that gate that on this map appears to be on the northwest side if you refer to your world map, your coast map, and we kind of outline a few things here. If I may. One moment, please. And with some of the maps you were looking at, with, oops, I locked a thing, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
Yeah.
So, the Coast Way is what kind of becomes the trade way as you get north of Baldur's Gate and more towards Daggerford and Waterdeep. And this is the only way that any sort of large caravan traffic could possibly go. And it is to one of these three cities along this road that the intel you gathered points to as a likely destination for the cultists and their sort of now mobilized horde, I guess you could say. So, I think with all of the time traveled, you are roughly under the impression that the next collective traveling group of merchants and caravans that would be leaving the city, as they all tend to travel together on every periodic, I'd say I think about every 10 day, depending on the people there. You've got about 5 to 6 days before that is scheduled to leave the gates at an early hour. And the last thing Anthar asked you to do was to try to find a way into this traveling caravan, whether it was as guards or merchants yourselves. He believed that Akin Celeban could, put in a referral and help you get work within one of these groups if that's an angle you wanted to pursue. So, here you are, and let us now begin the montage. So this is kind of a bit in your court as far as how you proceed and how you procure a spot in this caravan, if that's something you plan on doing, and if there's anything else you plan on doing or trying to do. You're here, it's massive, and you've got to figure it out.
Okay, so what's around us right now? Like, we just landed on the shore, and I know where we are, but like,
Yep.
buildings, or there's people close.
Yeah, it's kind of equal parts like small fishing village, part shanty town, with a few prominent buildings. This is very much a city that's divided into districts. So you're really just on the outskirts of it all, and there's quite a lot of traffic on this road that goes south of Baldur's Gate, back down towards Candlekeep and Baraghost, versus the people getting across the bridge. It's very much like rush hour at this time of day, which is kind of close to lunchtime, of people heading and making their way towards the proper city gates, all the way over here, you could presume. Everything between where you are and across the bridge is kind of considered like the outskirts of no man's land, and way less patrolled by anyone who resembles anything like a guard.
Are there any
Alright.
dwarves around?
Dwarves? Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a melting pot here.
Okay. Are there any close by? Or just kind of find the nearest dwarf?
Okay. Yeah, roll a d20. Ooh, you're having a hard time finding one right now. You tapped on one guy's shoulder who
What
looked really
there
short
was-
and stout, and he turned around and you realized it's just a very large, plump young boy of a human.
Oh.
What are you looking for?
Well, I was going to try to find a dwarf to ask how long it takes to get to the center of the city.
Dwarfs?
I suppose that we
Here,
could just...
lift me up. I might be able to help.
Okay.
Grah!
Yeah.
Get up
Much
on
better
Grah.
at that. That's a great point.
And then it helps to let him see.
Gra
Let the boy watch.
strolls off the boat, and he's holding Groin in front of him on the chain. Groin's kind of like leading the way, but Gra pulls back. He's just like, no. He kind of gets him under control. And he sees that you're looking around for a dwarf, and you want to get on my shoulders.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Add that advantage flair to that next roll as you're kind of looking around. You hear the clopping of a horse go by as it sort of comes up to a stop, and they begin unloading their variety of goods.
All right, so all right.
So
So-
roll with advantage. Yeah.
What am I rolling for?
Oric is still up in your shoulders looking, right?
No, he's not. That's what I was
Oh.
getting at.
Hey,
Oh.
that's fine.
Okay.
So what Gra wanted to do, he's wide-eyed. He's never seen so many people, but he's gonna
Yeah.
try his best to play the part. He's gonna try to be affluent.
Mm.
So he's looking around. Does anyone notice him get off the boat in his fancy suit with his special dog? Do I stick
yeah.
out like I'm rich?
You notice a couple people kind of eyeing you very strangely. You probably assume it's because you look so glorious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are there any tall people looking at me?
Oh, yeah, a tall woman's kind of looking your way.
Hey, tall woman! Hey, yeah, I'm looking at you.
She's looking up at you. She's got kind of coarse gray hair, and she kind of has a young face. She says, "You look a like you're not from around here.
That's right. My name's Dirk Deep Pocket. I'm from Baragost. I'm a muscle apple farmer, and I need you to hoist my friend here up onto your broad shoulders. You're taller than the rest, and he needs a good look around the city. Here's a gold piece. Put him on your shoulders.
She doesn't look the strongest, but
Or
goddamn,
don't be afraid. Or get up there.
goddamn,
Wait,
is
no,
she about to try?
No, I don't want to ride on anyone's.
Or
No.
just get up on her shoulders. Damn.
She's
Get up
looking at you, holding
Get
the
on your
coin
shoulders.
in hand, trying to crouch low enough
No,
for you.
No.
Or
Uh,
get up on her shoulders.
Oh, it's
Oh,
no
it's okay.
trouble.
No, I'll just.
9 jumps on him
fine.
because he's probably much lighter than Oric. I will help this.
Oh,
You,
I'm
you jump
great.
on the woman's shoulder?
Yeah. I feel like
Okay.
I'm probably lighter than Oric.
Yeah, you and your fairly hollow bones scamper up onto her shoulders.
I need a little bit.
Struggling under making some biscuits up there.
Yeah.
Grog kind of looks the other direction like he
Um,
doesn't care, but he really
With
does.
with advantage, 9. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right.
What are you looking for?
Well, for where the direction that we're going, so I'm looking for the nearest bar where my type would be hanging.
Smoking like a true tabaxi.
You see a sort of group of row houses, single story, actually right up at the entrance to the bridge. Like, what a great spot. And you can see, you recognize that stumble, let's say, as a couple of patrons exit the building and head towards the road that goes through the bridge. If you had to bet, you'd assume that was some sort of establishment which served fine spirits.
What do you see up there, cat?
I see inebriated fellows.
Oh, I like them type.
Maybe we could sell your fishy beer. Fishy orange, whatever it is. Apple fish.
Fizzy stuff.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, we can try, sure.
Maybe mingle with the locals.
It would probably give us a good showing for at least, well, there's probably not too many tabaxis, but we could tell them it is something very rare and fancy. They may be stupid enough to fall for it. Snake oil, if you will. Have you heard the term?
Oh, we'll call it.
I
We'll
mean,
call it
are-
snake oil or beer.
Are we hurting for coin, or do you think that we should? I mean, we can
This
make
is
a
how
pit
we
stop
get them
there.
on our side if we want to merge in with the troop. If we want to be part of this traveling caravan.
But that's not here. First, we have to go. We have to find the lady. Yeah. Or am I wrong?
I
Oh,
thought
it
we were
wouldn't hurt
supposed
to mingle a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
have
we
to
need to
stay.
find a keen Cinnabon?
Yeah, we do, but out of character, Fiddy did just say for everybody to do it their own way, right? Did he
Yeah.
not just say to merge into the caravan your own way? He did. So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to elaborate so we don't just do that one thing.
Okay.
So there,
Maybe we can ask
Clarification.
about Lady Cinnabon at the bar.
Yeah, you can. We can do whatever. Let's go.
Are you still on the woman's back?
No, I got my information.
All right. All right. Graz's gonna follow 9
Okay.
and his nose.
Alright. So, you're heading towards that tavern-ish place?
Yeah.
Okay. You stroll up and see a wooden sign kind of hanging off the front that has a lance on it. And it says underneath of that symbol, "The Vicious Fighting Knight."
This looks
And you
right up
can
our alley.
you can hear a low murmur of a crowd inside who's having a bit of a lunchtime snack or drink. It seems like they serve both food and alcohol at this place.
Oh, How's it look? How do you feel?
I smell booze.
All right, let's where is Krennic with us? Krennic.
I land next to Oric.
We probably could have gotten him to take a look at the city.
I'm gonna need a lot
Mhm.
more information on Grimline Groin. So Groin
Oh,
is
where is
chained
Grimla?
up like
My
an exotic pet,
Yeah.
walking on the ground.
He's walking on the
On
ground
leash
and
in front of you.
he's not used to being all chained up, so he's like pulling ahead, but I keep jerking him back.
Okay.
He's like totally sniffing and like biting at stuff, and like everything's new to him.
Yeah.
He's still your hyena, right?
Yeah, yes. He's very much chained to my arm.
Now, you refresh my memory. You said you're a hyena. I can't remember if you did something.
We did. We put the harness of nipple chafing around him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we attached a chain to that, and that's permabond to my arm.
Okay. But other than that, he still looks like
Did we paint him? I think we painted him, right?
Can't remember. Maybe.
I don't remember. I think we painted him.
We talked about it.
Yeah, we put gold flecks on him.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he looks like a fancy hyena.
So he looks like a fancy Drake? Or did I miss a step in there?
I kind of imagine him as like a big golden blue monitor lizard type thing.
Okay. Alright. Cool.
Secretly hoping he attracts attention.
Yeah. No problem there. And Grimla? Is
Can't remember what we
doing
did to him.
What?
He has the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's traveling with you, like, right? Just
Yeah.
getting all my ducks in a row based on
Yep.
last time. Alright. Cool. So, 9 and Gra, you approach this establishment. You've got your exotic pet on chain with you. Oric and Krennic, are you following them or are you doing something else? What's going on back there?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. Alright, you enter, and the place is about, I'd say 25% occupied right now. But there's, a good number of staff in here going to and fro. Very much a sort of go to the bar, put an order in, sit down wherever the fuck you want kind of place. And yeah, 25%, it's probably a few dozen people in here of various cultures and backgrounds, although most of them tend to be white or dark-skinned looking humans.
Right. Grad's gonna go through the door with Groin.
Okay.
Gonna let Groin walk in ahead of him, and kind of yank him back every once in a while. Does anyone's eyes perk up?
Yeah. It's just very classic bartender ragging out one of his flagons. Oi! Can't put that in here!
It's just a cat.
And then
Never
I
seen
walk
it to-
in.
Cat,
Never seen
he
it.
says.
The
And then
backseat
he
before.
kind of turns his eye and like does like a. I meant the one on the chain, and he's kind of pointing down at Groin.
This is my comfort animal. He's very exotic and very expensive. He needs to be with me at all times.
Comfort animal.
Groin aggressively kind of like almost has like a look of a slightly more crazed animal than you've come to expect from him in the past week or so. And he just kind of chomps and does like a big chomp towards a table where a couple of patrons are sat at eating.
Alright, yank back on the chain as hard as I can. He gets like that when you start talking about him. Don't look at him.
Hey, friend, you can't have him in here. And the guy at the bar is kind of getting a little more angry in his tone.
Nine suggests, like Obi-Wan does to Luke, that we leave the droids outside.
All right, Gra. He
Yeah,
spills.
I'll-
He spills 5 gold pieces on the ground on accident. He goes, oh, I guess I'll just have to bring my business elsewhere. And he scoops them up and he very clinkily puts them back in his pocket.
Roll a sleight of hands check.
Oh God. Like here, I got some windows open. They were not
I want
gold
to. I
pieces.
see what he's doing, and I want to cast minor illusion to help.
Okay.
I'm curious what his roll is first, though.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, you clunkily spill out about 10 gold coins onto the floor, and 9 makes it look like it's just a small fortune that's clinking down onto the ground here. And the guy said, "Well, we do got VIP seating where pets and other oddities are allowed within the establishment, but obviously that has a price, and you can't help that his eyes haven't left the pile of gold on the floor this entire time."
Everything has a price, my friend. What is it?
You can see him kind of mouthing math.
How
in
much
his
is
head.
the VIP
Oh,
lounge?
10 gold gets you the entire weekend, as you now realize it's what we'll call the weekend in Baldur's Gate.
You know, it's fine. I'll just take Groin out. I can wait.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Well, the
we-
VIP's very nice. He's kind of like trying to put on like his best sales pitch at this point.
I'm sure it's very nice, but we have places to be. I'm glad to spend my money here, but I'm not gonna stay for very long.
Here, just give me Groin. I'll take him out. It's no big deal.
Alright, I give the chain to Oric. And as I'm doing it, I go I give him like the eyes like this could really fuck up, and I give the chain to him.
When he does that, I run over to the fortune that was supposed to be on the floor, and I try and conceal, like I'm trying to put it back in our pockets,
Okay.
so that he doesn't know. I don't have to concentrate on that spell anymore.
Okay. Alright, you scoop up all the coins. And Oric, you grab the chain, and there's like a sharpness in your hand as you try to rein him in initially. He really tries to take advantage of the moment. But after a little bit of a struggle, you manage to get the upper hand, if you will. And you go back outside, where you notice Grimlaw is just sort of stood near the bridge and just watching all of the different people and the wagons and everything kind of going through. He's just kind of...
Aww.
He almost seems a little stunned.
Grimlaw. Hey, Grimlaw. Hey, buddy. Come over here.
Inside the bar, what
Yeah.
are the type of people in there?
They definitely look like working class folk. Who... they all look like locals or people who maybe work here in this district.
Okay. I want to do 2 things in here. The first one is I look to Gra and I say, do you have any of your apple cat beer? fish apple beer?
I look over at Krennic, and like, how much of this shit we got left?
Oh, not a lot, I'd imagine. You kept cooking it into this fish drink.
I'd say we have about 2 or 3 glasses
Okay,
left.
never mind, Zen. That's not going to work. Alright, well, I buy us all roadies.
Oh. Okay.
And I asked the bartender, we're on our way to the city, and we are curious. Are there things that we should look out for? People we should look for? We see that that the troops or the caravan is traveling through.
So, okay, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, he's giving you a look like he'd be more than happy to tell you
If I have
everything you
money.
want to know. Yeah.
Yeah. And I slip 2 going pieces.
Okay.
I
Right.
slide them across on my fingers like this.
Please deduct these from your inventory. He smoothly kind of pulls them and says, "Ah, yeah. Tell you what you want. And first bit of information that'll do you good. You won't get past the outer city with any kind of animal. Even a dog. Don't let dogs in there."
Oh no.
And he is describing outer city, and it's very much, pretty much everything up into this, the big, massive walled gates. If I just redirect your view over here, is where he's basically saying no one other than people on foot get in.
Okay.
What else can I tell you?
So you can't get in.
Ask him
yeah.
about Cinnabon.
Yes, we're looking for a Keen Cinnabon. Is this a bakery or something? Yeah, I hear it's a great bakery in the city.
Keen Cinnabon. Don't know that name, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right. Well, if we were to say bring an animal into the city, what would be the first step you would recommend doing?
What do you... he kind of
And I go,
pauses up for a while.
I'm just
What do you-
kidding.
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you for the information.
Thank
And,
you, friend. Drink
have
on
any
the
other-
house,
Oh, thank you.
he says, even though you paid him. And he slides over a warm mug of ale, which seems to be normal
Everybody,
here.
pass around.
Gra will snatch it up if you're declining it. And
Yeah.
he says, to let everyone know in town, Dirk Deep Pocket is in town.
Oh, yes.
Dirt
I'm here.
Deep Pocket?
Dirk Deep Pocket.
Dirk
I'm here on vacation, and I want to peddle some of my exotic wares. I'm very affluent and very, very wealthy and well-to-do. So everyone knows.
Okay. Alright, what else is going on?
I'm gonna go hang out with Orc outside and give him his roadie.
Yeah, everybody's bring beers. And then I shared the news about no animals, not even dogs, getting past the gate.
Okay.
Well, that's not great.
Nope, I don't know what we're gonna do about that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Maybe we can smuggle him in?
I was hoping a guy knew about a fence or something.
What if we polymorph him?
Yeah, I don't think I know how to do that.
It sounds like a lovely idea, but firstly, none of us knows that spell, and secondly, what would we polymorph him into? They don't allow animals.
Into a tiny child.
What if we shove him into our bag of holding with just his nose sticking out?
We could say it would.
I mean, the bag of holding. How big is the bag of holding?
I mean, it's pretty big. He could fit in it.
No, I know the inside is, but the entrance. Will he not?
Oh
Like,
yeah, no,
it's
it's huge.
big.
I could fit this barrel into it.
Oh yeah, like
look, it
the
says
turkey.
barrel.
Yeah.
Into the wine barrel, which, by the way, is nearly empty, if not empty.
Oh no.
I mean, we can try anything we want to.
How big is Groin again? Like, what's his widest dimension?
He's like a horse.
He's like a small pony, but more stout. A lot more stout.
Like, if he could he do? Hold on, I have a picture in my head of a. Continue doing things. I'm gonna find one.
So, actually, I have a question. Do we need Groin? We could just send him back on the boat.
I mean, yeah, we talked about this. Isn't Gra the strongest when he has groin?
Oh, you mean
Grimlock,
Grimlock?
Grimlaw, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, here. Look at the picture in Discord. Can you do
yeah.
that?
Oh, he could swim down the river.
No, I mean we could
Yeah,
shove
yeah.
him in the bag of
User
holding with his head
disconnected from
sticking
your
out.
channel.
And then he could meet us down the river.
Or we could have him
Sail
swim.
me down the river.
Take us across.
Who did
User
we?
joined your channel.
Oh, we lost Dead.
No, I'm here. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Like if is he? So the mouth of the bag of holding. That's like what it is, like 5 by 2 or something like
Oh,
that.
the mouth of the bag is roughly 2 feet in diameter.
Oh, yeah. No one's getting in that. Maybe he can swim.
No, you can. I mean, it's malleable. It's,
Magic item.
I mean,
Do we have anything like Ace could, where she could make it bigger or smaller?
not the bag.
Ooh.
No.
Not the bag, but I do have.
Oh, we can make groin bigger or smaller and shove.
Well, I have a potion of growth, not of shrinking. I don't know if that means you can pick.
That would make him like the hideous monster
Ah,
I've
to
heard
be
of
fair-
Godzilla.
To be fair, it says enlarge or reduce.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not sure what we're gonna do with a puppy-sized groin though. Put him
Shove
in
him
a bag
in-
of holding.
Shove him in the bag with his head sticking out.
So he's gonna be like a little, you
A
know,
mouth.
a purse puppy.
Yeah.
We may not be able to bring groin
I
Much
know that's what I'm
as
thinking.
strong as he does make Grimlaw. I turn to Grimlaw. Grimlaw, maybe he has something crazy enough it will work. What would you suggest here, Grimlaw? What would you like to do with groin?
Oh, he's retarded.
And I just want to hear what his thoughts are.
Roll a d20 for me, please, Casey.
Yeah.
AKA
Does
9.
Grimlaw even hear you talking to him? Whoa.
oh Jesus.
Oh no.
Grimlaw he's moving, but he just seems like a deer in headlights as the never-ending stream of people keep coming in and out across the bridge near this bar or establishment that you stand outside of.
Maybe we could find like a puppy daycare center in town.
Oh,
But he would eat all the puppies.
well, does he have to come into the town?
There's nowhere else for him to go.
Well, aren't we traveling north? It's just inside the inner city
true,
that
true.
he can't be in there. So if we could find like a farmer or something to just like we know that they're going out of the north gate, right? The northwest gate.
Yeah.
So if we go there first around the city, like on the outside,
Hmm?
then we could probably find some farmer or someone who would not turn away a significant chunk of change.
There is a small town right here by the gate.
I mean,
Alright.
I don't know if we can go around without arousing suspicion. I don't know, but we could try.
Let's just a try.
Yeah, let's take him for a walk and see how far we get.
Yes. We'll play it by ear, as they say.
So, you get the sense from the map, and as you're leaving, the shopkeeper says, "Hey, take one of these," and he hands this to you, Nine.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it's a map.
a
thank
map.
you. This is exactly what I was looking for. I give him a big hug.
And there's more where that came from.
I
If we
keep
ever come
meaning
back.
to put a "You Are Here" mark on it for, my own little spin on it, but they give these to a lot of the shops. Anyway, it's I hope it helps. Good luck.
Wait, where are we? Maybe
Oh,
you could point to
you are here.
Down by 8.
Yeah.
Huh?
it. Nice. You're there. There we are. Okay.
I like this map a lot.
So we can't get across the bridge with groin. Is that right?
No, we
But,
can.
based off of this map, I think you see here, if we go in this direction and we find a place there.
You looking at the new map? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
sorry,
agree.
I've got
I
white.
think that's a good spot.
And maybe on this the outlier. So the problem is I don't know if we can cross here. Like I don't know if that's like a no man's
Let's find
land.
out.
Yeah, I say let's go. That's fine.
We
Yeah,
can
I
go
mean,
visit little Kalishman too.
we don't all have to stay in the town. We can camp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, true, but we should probably not divide the party. As much as we can.
Well, let's walk a mile.
Oric seems to really like being with all of you.
Aw.
Or it's because of never mind. Yeah, I've heard tales.
How do
Tales
I?
of woe.
Tails.
As we walk away, I start playing a song. I'm gonna get a little ditty. Hold on.
Let's walk a mile towards the compass marker on the map. Like you
Yeah,
know,
right along the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, there
Let's
we go.
see what can.
Teamwork.
Okay.
Or do you want me to take him back, or are you good with him?
You estimate that getting all the way to the walled parts of. Sorry, let me pull up my dumb dungeon master sheet.
Mince and Boo. That seems important.
So the walled gates there are what's known as Lower City. And you suspect it would take you the better part of half the day on foot to slowly get there.
Which map are you pointing
at
to?
a normal pace.
Which map are you on?
I'm looking at the big one, the big guy.
Oh.
So to go all the way here.
Oh, I see. Take a day.
It would take about half the day, but it is already lunchtime.
Oh, well, we could probably get there by supper, hold up for the night, and then try to find the next place in the morning, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna go visit little Kalimshan and spend the night there? Maybe
I don't know what that is, but okay.
it's marker C on the big map is between precariously between icons.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
In the
It's like a
middle
little
there.
town.
Trying to find. Oh, I
Middle
see.
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
Alright.
we start walking.
As we
I'm
as we're walking, I want to keep an eye out to see what the like how the population changes as far as who
Okay.
until
Yeah,
we get, like when soldiers start showing up and stuff like that.
Other than like around
Guards.
the bridge and like the two sort of, let's just say, small shanty towns on either side of the bridge, as you get past this one, like in this area, things seem to get a little more rural, if you will. And you see no guards anywhere, but you do see like farms and livestock and other animals. Things that they said were banned on the actual proper lower city.
Hmm.
You're continuing on throughout
Are we-
the day. We can. This is very much like we are now in sort of player constrained montage mode. Between now and whatever you come to, with the goals in the city here.
Does Gra notice anybody staring at him or anything? Like, am I has the effect
Yeah, you
taken?
garner quite a few looks everywhere you go, just because of. Well, for you, you don't know. I don't know what Gra thinks, but people are looking in your direction frequently.
Gra is pleased. He thinks he's fucking nailing it. Like, he is affluent as fuck.
Thinks he's being like as civil as possible.
every
Yeah.
once in a while he takes out like a gold coin and he tries to do the thing where he like puts it on his hands, on his knuckles, but then
Yeah,
he fucks up and
rolls
he
it.
catches it. Yep.
Oh, Grimoire!
As you are strutting and
What?
stunting, Grimlaw in all of his regalia behind you, you notice that he stops within the city here, or like the small little region here as you all make your way across the bridge. And in Ordic, you sense now after seeing this a couple times that he is very, very uncomfortable in such a large, massive crowd of people, and appears to be like shivering like a scared dog or cat. But like as you lock eyes with him, he kind of like sees you as a focal point and snaps out of it and Grimlock, continue. Don't like it here. And you kind of see him looking almost longingly towards the smaller houses and farmlands and trees that appear northward on the road above you, past these sort of small plateaus.
He almost had a mental breakdown.
Grimlaw, we're gonna try, maybe not tonight, but we're gonna try to find a place for you and Groin to hole up for a couple days. Not quite in the city, okay?
He's nodding very, very anxiously like a little kid who just wants to go home.
Hey, why don't you go up and why don't you just, put your hand on Groin and let, you and Groin can walk together, yeah?
Okay. So you now have Dirk Deep Pocket in all of his regalia, a chained, majestic lizard beast, and what appears to be almost like a small, heavily armored child, all just strutting down this street towards the blue-collared man's farmland and sort of small-homed district in the shanty towns on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate, and you still feel like you're probably a few hours or more until you get towards what you've identified as Little Kalimshan, or the area that sits nestled up against the outer gates there of Lower City.
I want to fall back to in line of the of our walking pattern to Krennic and just say, is there anything is on your mind, Krennic? Are you looking for something?
I'm thinking about how we are going to get to the caravan.
Do you have any ideas? Oh, look at there he is. Again, he's strutting his stuff.
I wonder how we track them down. This city is so large, and we're looking for dragon cultists, basically, but they're
Ooh.
not going to be identified as such.
Yes, I have an idea.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have an idea. And go to or Dirk, I should say, to make a very odd request. Look, would you mind if I sat on your shoulders and close my eyes for a little bit?
Sure. Yes. But I will wear you as if you are a scarf.
Yes,
Yep.
that is fine. I will drape myself up again. So the cat rolls on his back, upside down, with his belly around, brushing the graded hair now, and then that just be my body draped around his head.
Okay.
And I want to try and do this thing that he remembers from the Bard's College of Lore, which is getting in tune with all the force of the world, all the noise around us.
Yeah.
And I just want to close my eyes to strengthen my senses of my awesome cat ears.
And I kind of
Just
massage
trying-
his scruff a little bit while he's doing it.
I just really try to see if I can't pick up anybody saying something about the dragon cultists around us as we're walking through these towns.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Roll a perception check for me. Ooh, yeah.
Ooh!
All right, so you're just kind of like in this cat-like trance for a little.
It's like a
while.
meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're
Catatonic,
traveling
even.
across the bridge and up the road ahead, and just seeing what you see or sensing whatever you can.
My eyes are closed, so it's all audible. Or and smell, I guess. Strengthening other sentences senses by removing one.
Yeah. So you do notice that not every cart or even pack animal stopped at the bridge on the opposite side. Some of them are traveling on through the road, presumably in your mind, probably up to the gate, or at least as far as they can go before they're forcefully no longer allowed to travel on these roads. But you can tell with the farmlands and other places up ahead that there are spots and pieces of road that are big enough to accommodate this, at least for the foreseeable future up ahead here as it sort of goes around the bend. And within one of those groups, you don't know for sure if they're cultists. There's really nothing that implies that they would be. But your cat senses are tingling a little bit in that they're the first group you've seen, which is why this all comes to mind, that is still traveling with a covered, closed wagon behind them.
Hmm.
It's being pulled by two very strong-looking workhorses.
Cat, what do you sense?
I relay the information about the covered wagon.
Suspicious covered wagon, eh?
But they say, shh, I'm still focusing.
Oh, yeah.
But my eyes are still closed, so when I'm reaching my paw up to touch his face, it's just kind of like Team America.
Yeah. Considering you're on foot and they are riding, they are slowly on the road in front of you, but slowly moving past you.
Dave, did you get what just happened? Or did you DC?
No, I just turned off my video.
Okay,
'cause
gotcha.
things were going robotic.
Okay. Alright. I kind of pick up the pace a little bit, and I motion towards Krennic and Oric. Come on, let's go. And I try to catch up to the cart a little bit.
Okay.
But shouldn't be too bad because I got like a big stride, right?
I mean, you've got a big stride. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. And you're digging deep, Dirk. And Groin is keeping pace. He's probably really enjoying this workout. And you feel like you could keep this up for a while, at least trail them close enough that you wouldn't lose sight of them. But deep down, you know that after a good 15 minutes or so, they're just simply going to overtake you. Like any prey you've ever hunted before, you can easily tell that the pacing here is not something that you can keep up with, no matter how deep Dirk digs.
How far? So are they? They're ahead of us, right?
They have just moved past you, and it's like, it's that slow sort of overtaking where, they can't go fast considering all the foot traffic through here, but they are slowly moving quickly.
They're literally going past us right now.
They've literally just gone past you. You see 9 curl his head around you like the living scarf that he is, and he says all of these things, and you look up and see it clop, 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 and just, it's creaking and rolling by you right now.
Did I have time to touch it?
No. By the time 9 communicated this information, it has sort of just moved beyond you.
How far away is the
probably
cart?
about 15-20 feet from your actual reach right now.
All right, scarf, time to move. I throw my scarf at the caravan.
Okay.
I'm still in my meditation right now.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
you are still in your meditation. Roll a actually just from your actions tab there, Gra. You could just treat this like a javelin. So if you just want to roll the attack roll on that.
Come on, javelin! No! You're going in the mud, buddy.
You kind of start stuttering, and you've got Chain Groin on one hand, and you're trying to one hand pull off a 9 who is abruptly freaked out, like, yeah, fucking, and you feel the claws dig into you. 9, go ahead and roll a d4 for me. And you kind of like yank him up, but the claws like scratch and dig into your flesh. And you, like you're holding him in your hand, and you just can't help but lose both the chain and drop 9 onto the ground. And
Can I use any of my Goliath skills that I've learned? Can I action surge?
You
And do
may.
it all again.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
So I still have I have clawing cat in my hand.
You have dropped Clawing Cat, and Groin's chain is now slumped down loosely in the soft dirt in front of you, and you have like a jolt of adrenaline course through you as you see a number of crazy and chaotic events that could possibly unfold from this.
I use maneuvering attack, and I'm going to again. Here's how it's gonna unfold. I'm gonna try to swing around, pick up cat, and javelin him. That's gonna be the maneuver part of this. And then I'm going to, as if it was just going to pick up my scarf, and it somehow got away in the wind, grab the chain.
Am I getting thrown again?
You're getting thrown again, buddy. Does that work? Will you let that fly?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll the attack. 9, you, after
God damn
upon
it.
impact in the ground, see Gra trying to scoop you up, and you definitely have the reflexes to react if you don't want this to happen.
I'm taking claws to the face, aren't I?
9?
Uh,
Oh, sorry. You won't.
yeah, a little bit of a fit. I swipe.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You roboted out.
Yeah, we.
Oh,
A
no.
little bit of a fit.
Okay.
Chaos. I swipe as a cat would do.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
little
yeah.
swipe. The little swipe. Roll. You got on your sheet here. Let me see.
Roll.
I do have cat's claws.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I'm looking for.
Oh, I don't. I can't remember what it is. Let me look. I got it right here.
Take 14 d8.
You should have like
Here
a
it is.
plus on there. Yeah, there you go. Ooh. You scratch at Gra, and it's Gra. It's annoying, but it doesn't really hurt or anything like that. But you do. Are you trying to let this? You're okay with this happening? You scratch back at him, but it's beyond.
I don't really.
You're not like trying to roll
Cat doesn't
away or-
realize what's exactly going on.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Got thrown down. He's a little woozy.
Gra, where were you aiming?
I was aiming for the back of the covered wagon. Like, just kind of like ploop him in there.
Okay. Well, 9, before you know what happens, the last thing you see or hear is the clinking of your claws against Gra's armored body, and you go sailing, like that weird sensation where you're looking back but flying the other way. And there's a thumping sound as you slam into the back of a rolling, creaking wagon. Very awkwardly, you just sort of graze it, but it's enough to make a little bit of a noise. And you
And then I land
land
on my
on all
feet?
fours, but in quadrupedal stance, face down in the dirt.
That's about right.
You now see that
Bitch.
the people riding along at the front of this wagon and someone in the back opens a set of curtains and looks out at you menacingly, and this is all like you kind of like looking back over your shoulder, and you don't get a good look, but you feel like you might have seen more than one figure behind the covers of this back portion of the wagon. Ordic and Krennic, you see all of this unfold as you continue on foot, presumably, and Grimlaw quickly stumbles for the loose chain that's on the ground, and does not get it.
Oh no.
Krennic, you see all sorts of chaos unfolding in here, pretty much as described,
Yeah.
but nothing of much detail.
Oric, what are they doing? What is that? What is
I'm-
happening?
I honestly am not sure what Gro is doing. I have no idea, but it looks like, did he just drop Groin's leash? Oh shit.
Ordic, as you say that, and 9, as you kind of like tuck your head behind you and then look back, you see the look of a hunter as Groin just sees the moving horse meat ahead of him, and basically between the wagon and you, you just see him kind of getting this look like
I
he's gonna
whip
make a
out
beeline for it.
Orc
whip
tries
out my
to
whistle.
Orc tries to grab it.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm trying to subdue him with song.
All right. Whistling notes flute across the air as Auric, you fucking just charge and dive and get your hand coiled around parts of the chain and use the better part of your strength to kind of quickly wrap it and hold it and secure it as it goes like a fishing line, just taut as Groin is just like chomping and salivating at these horses ahead of you, leading this wagon away right now.
Yeah, does anybody have any meat for this foul beast? Grimlock, feed the fucking groin.
As you say this, you realize now that you've been on a boat for some time, and I don't believe Groin feasted down on any dead ogre flesh or anything else along.
He ate some of my oranges. I know that
Oh,
for a fact.
Well,
I use
rumor has it.
to help with the music that's playing. I use the ring that I just remembered I have to talk to Groin and help relax him and ask him what's wrong
Wait, can he talk back to you with the ring?
through song. So it's almost like he doesn't even realize he's talking or answering. He's just instinctually going through it, or however he works.
So,
Oh my
I
god.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, but as you try to do this, your music is definitely soothing and playing a bit of a role, but you realize, let me just verify. Yes. Interesting. Okay, 1 second. Okay. You feel like you've subdued him a bit, and you realize your ring has no effect on him, and you can quickly make some sense of it, in that Oric described this ring as having power and influence over animals, and to your knowledge,
Oh,
drakes
or
are dragons, or at least close enough to dragons that it's the closest thing that you could sort of pin on them.
Do I have enough time to do one more thing? Like, do I notice that with enough time to adapt the plan?
Make an Arcana check.
Are you stuck on the thing, or are you in the dirt?
I'm on all fours or on threes right now with my flute in my mouth.
Yeah, you're quickly, with your tabaxi-like nature, excitingly
Holy fuck.
rubbing your ring, and you can't help but fucking try to use this new trinket you've discovered. And Groin is charging at you. The chain tightens as Auric stops him in his tracks. But you realize the ring is seemingly not doing what you expected, and it loses 1 charge.
Grimlaw, why is groin as? What's going on, Grimlaw? Is he hungry or something?
And for now, 9, I'm gonna set something up on your action sheet for that. But for
Yeah,
now, I'm just gonna use
cool.
the weight, and just use that for charges. So I just mouse it down to 2 for now.
The weight?
Yeah, like on the inventory column, like right to the right of the
Gotcha.
name. Oh, actually, I could do this. 2 of 3.
I see it there. Okay, cool. I'll keep track of that.
Oops. Oh, you can actually put a location in there. Okay, I'll just not do that.
Let's see. I can do that.
Okay. Alright. So, Groin is secured. You're getting more looks than ever, as you could imagine. And this wagon is now slowly moving away from you all again, as you are presumably at least stopped for a moment here. What are you doing?
Grimlaw, why is groin doing this? Is he hungry?
And he kind of like rubs his stomach like he's hungry too.
Okay, alright, let's find you some food. Okay. And Oryx starts looking around for like a butcher shop.
Yeah, I'll help.
You don't see anything
Nope.
in the immediate vicinity, but just common sense tells you that if you're looking for raw meat, there's probably quite a bit of butchering up on one of these farms up ahead.
Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. Orc even like stops somebody and asks them about it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you. Hey, just ignore the thing.
Whoa.
Okay. You stop a guy. Just a normal looking human guy. And he says, yeah, I know a place.
Okay.
And he, kind of describes a location that is right about here. In that blue circle.
Okay.
On the big map?
It's further up. That's perfect.
It's on the flyer one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Near
yeah,
the
sorry.
near the 7.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. And then we keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah. How long would it take us to walk there?
I was gonna say I can run ahead with my cat speed.
Okay.
Because I see the dire straits that we're in. Oh, but we have to wait for our engagement right now, right? Or
Well, I don't
do
know
they
what
just-
you're doing. I mean, like, it's, someone opened the curtain
Okay.
at the back and looked at you menacingly and then, like, quickly shuttered it.
Gotcha.
And as I said, like, there's still, like, now that you've all had to stop for a moment with Groin, it is once again just sort of slowly moving faster
Gotcha.
than you down
I'm gonna-
the road ahead.
Rod's gonna push his luck again tonight.
I look over at them and I think he's coming for me.
No, I yell out at the wagon, "Hey, you damn near knocked me over!"
You see no one acknowledge your cry.
Alright, Grod tried. He crosses his arms, instead of like this, he puts them like behind, and he starts affluently walking. Like he crosses them behind, but his tattoo from episode 2 is showing.
Which one was that?
The cultist tattoo.
Okay. So you're walking with that tattoo exposed.
Behind my back.
But I mean, yeah, you're not.
Yeah, I'm not like flaunting it or anything.
One, you're not overtaking this thing at a walking speed on foot. Yeah. So.
I look over to the rest of the team and I kind of like, Anybody want to take it?
Sorry, I was,
We should probably leave him alone, right?
you're talking about the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just keep an eye on it. We just need to maintain contact with it and see where it goes.
Sorry,
I'm
I
very
tossed-
suspicious.
sorry
But
I
don't
tossed the
throw
cat.
me anymore, you asshole.
Sorry. I'm sorry I did it twice. How about one of these, little buddy? And I rubbed the scruff of his neck.
Almost dog-like. He starts itching with his back hind leg.
So I'm curious, what cart?
Yeah.
Nine like used the force, and he felt like there was a suspicious-looking cart that passed us, and I tossed him at it. And then all that shit happened. I lost control of Groin, and I accidentally slammed Nine into the dirt, and he took it
Twice.
face full of dirt. And then I yelled at the cart, and nothing happened.
What? So is this cart? Like, what's the big deal about this cart?
He used like the force, and he felt like it was like the first suspicious-looking cart.
From, well, they think it's from Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, like it could be a cultist
Yeah,
cart?
we can.
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I can. A little
The
robot.
only covered
Little
wagon
robot.
here. Everything is open cart. This is the only covered wagon here.
Mm.
Everything else
Okay.
is open.
Okay.
That's what I noticed about it. That's what Nine noticed about it.
Right.
And Gross certainly noticed and then fucked up hard.
So it's the only covered cart in the area. That's it. Okay.
And they just mean mugged the hell out of me. Although I did bump into I did get thrown into their shit. But they did
I
mean
th-
mug the hell out of me.
I mean the carts that we're searching for are full of like good goods and money, right?
Hmm?
Like I think
well,
they're valuable.
presumably.
I think they would definitely be surrounded by guards. Right? There would definitely be a lot of people watching those carts. Did that cart look like it had a lot of guards?
Well, I believe that Nine saw some people inside, potentially a few people.
Oh, in the covered wagon?
Yeah.
Did you get a good look at him, Nine?
No, I had too much dirt in my eye, you asshole.
Sorry, that was a funny joke.
How far away is the cart from us now? I mean, we've been walking behind it a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to keep an eye out for other covered carts.
Yeah.
Boy, you
Generically.
see
We
a
also
lot
have
of
to get
them.
food for these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a ton everywhere.
You do see one coming across the bridge quite a ways back to the south. The one in front of you now, it's probably several hundred feet ahead of you down the road.
Oh,
I think I don't know. Like,
I mean, Krennic you could
I was.
watch it, right? Like from the aerial pursuit.
yeah, possibly. But if there's more than one, well, I don't know. What do I do?
Like
I
the
think-
Indiana Jones, like Miriam, like trying to find her in the.
Yeah,
Right.
the
Yeah.
convoy.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like the opposite of that. Like, there's a ton of carts, and we're trying to find the one that we need.
I don't think that this one cart is particularly fascinating, but this is one cart that is an anomaly to the rest. So it is different, and it may be going to a different entrance. It may be meeting up with the rest of the group. It may be, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. So we know that they're going to be exiting the north entrance or the north exit, right? The north gate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we
Yeah.
just go there and wait for them there.
You know, two things for sure. First thing, nothing other than foot traffic goes through the gates on like where the wall is. Second thing
Oh, they'll need to leave their horses.
is
Everything.
that everyone has to carry their goods on foot through the very large city to the other gate, where they are then able to re-equip and outfit a new caravan.
It's gonna take them a shitload of time if they went
Third
through
thing.
the city.
Bonus thing, based on what you learned from Anthar and Leosin and the others in your orders, is that this is all not only a safety thing, but also very, very much a union, fucking everyone gets a cut of the money kind of thing. So most people, most caravans go to one gate, offload within that part of town, and sell their shit, and buy some other kind of thing that's exotic to where they came from, and turn right back around and go home, and to basically sell that shit for a profit back home. Very much like the group that you met on the road before getting back to El Turil. This is like that to the nth degree, and so those are the few lingering things that really stick out from your brief with Anthar.
Right. So, we're going towards number 7 on our map anyway. We might as well follow and keep track of the cart while we're going. See if maybe they take a pit stop. And then once we get to 7, we make a decision whether to follow them or not, or to, maybe we go see what they do at the gate and what they offload, and then just go back and like make camp. they have to stop at the gate and take all their shit out of the cart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
there's another one behind us. We'll be seeing multiple instances of this. It's pretty far behind us. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can just
Onward.
follow them for information more than anything else.
Yeah, yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
along the
we're-
way, I'll stop and get some groin food.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
Groin
we
food.
that fast.
Raw horse meat.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright. I continue to walk with my tattoo exposed from the rear.
Let us know if they decide to take a pit stop.
Okay. And so everyone is moving ahead at your pace. And then the idea is, if everything's uneventful, Oric and Oric alone would be stopping at the farm while the rest of you carry on towards Little Kalimshan.
Should we
what I'm
move as a group, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, we're moving as a group.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll wait for the meat, the gra food.
Okay. Cool. So 9 in Krennic, since you were kind of explicitly talking about it, I think. Roll a perception check as another covered wagon passes you.
Oh no. This one looks as suspicious as the first. Oh, it does.
Even
We
more
both suck.
suspicious.
I wonder if I see anything.
Oh yeah.
I
you
elbow
can't-
them. I go, look, there's a covered guard. There's a covered guard.
Yeah.
Oric, you think this one is even bigger than the last? And other than the three strangely covered drivers sitting atop the bench at the front, leading this thing, which was being led by 4 horses, you don't notice anything particular, but you feel a bit suspicious about this thing.
Guys, I'm not feeling great about this.
You said the people that are dressed oddly in the front, do they have any kind of like colors or shapes that would be recognizable? Like, you know how you can see Chinese characters or Japanese
Yeah,
characters,
yeah,
you can kind of see the difference.
All the garbs are kind of just like dark cloth, and there's lots of wrappings around them. Or since you got the best look at them, why don't you make an insight check for me, please?
Rick.
Yay!
Man, look at our rolls. Look at the last
I
5
know.
fucking rolls, 6, 7. Holy
There's
shit.
there's something vaguely familiar about it to you, Oric, but you can't really place where or what about it.
Sorry, I
In
didn't
your,
get
in
a
your
good
very
enough look.
long dwarf life.
I hope there's not any penis monsters on this ride
I know.
with the way we're rolling. With electric clouds.
If any of the covered wagons get close enough to us as we're walking, I want to nudge Oric and then have him. Actually, no. I go over to 9 and I nudge you, 9. I say, okay, next time there's a covered wagon, let's go just walk next to him and casual conversation.
My
Give him
tail
the
will do it.
olds. Give him the olds.
Yeah, the dragon
All hail
sign.
all
Yeah.
hail the dragon.
Yeah.
Called. What was
Okay.
that passphrase again?
Yeah. That is pretty heavy-handed. That's very heavy-handed.
Wait,
yeah.
no, do it under the breath, like all hail dragons.
Okay.
Can't
What
wait
if-
to get out of here, right?
What if
Base.
I look at my map and then do it really loud, and then hold up my arm
No,
so they
I
can
got
see
it.
the tattoo?
I got it. We'll go up next to them. All hail the dragons, and if they throw us a look like, what's this all about? I can like open up my cloak. You can see the inside. It's got the dragon colors.
Oh,
I got the reversible.
but what if they're
ropes.
like cops?
They're not cops. There's no.
What if they're like D&D cops?
Ah,
Well,
let's
so
take the risk. Dragon cultists aren't illegal in this area.
I do think it's worth it. But we also, just as a refresher, We ran across another group and we kind of were too heavy-handed. And if you do that, I feel like it should be very, very subtle.
I have an
Yeah.
idea.
Well, that's
We-
why I'm having 9 help us.
Well, we kind of stick out, so maybe like Gra and I and Groin and Gremlaw should be away from the cart when that happens. So there's, because I'm sure there's probably a notice for out for us, perhaps. A group of 5 traveling. We've got a fucking giant Gra, and we've got a bird and a cat and a
Well-
dwarf.
well,
We're
thank
pretty
you.
easy.
We're all standing in the
To
shadow of
recognize.
Zoot Suit.
Okay, well, let's not approach them together.
I
but
have an
maybe
idea.
1 or 2.
Yeah, 9.
Listen,
Okay,
I
go.
could use my tail. We just walk up close. It might take a little peek.
Oh
Well,
no,
see
we.
what's inside.
But the
Do you
thing
have
is,
to ride on someone's shoulder? Isn't it a pretty tall cart?
I mean, I could help him with that.
No,
if
wait,
you
wait.
trust me.
wait, no. The thing is, we don't care what's in the cart. Even if it was mundane items, it could still be the dragon cultists who are traveling with it.
But
My
what
thing
if
is
it
to-
is dragon cultists in the back? What if it is an army they are transporting?
Oh.
Is that what they're doing?
I don't know. It could be loot. Could
I mean,
be.
either way, the person driving the cart would definitely
No.
be involved.
What you were saying.
It's either that or Grog gets run over by a horse.
I mean, I could just pull the spoke out of one of their wheels and then feign getting hit.
I like this one.
But
I
then
like
if
this
they're
one.
not dragon cultists, we just ruined some poor schluck's day.
If only
I'll
you
give him a
had,
gold piece.
if only you had a dwarf who knew how to fix things.
Oh, we're doing this. Grog gets visibly excited. He's
Eh.
really happy.
Auric, you have to act like you are a third party.
Oh yeah,
Unaffiliated
yeah.
party.
Of course, I totally agree.
All right, 9.
I'll stand here. I'll stand on the opposite side of the street. When I see it happen, I'll come running over and I'll say, "I saw everything." Yeah.
All right, 9. I'm gonna chase you like you got away from me,
Okay.
and then you run close to the wheel. I'll pull a spoke out,
This
and then I'll
is
yell,
the-
"God damn it!"
This is the wagon that's just passing by now.
I think
I'll
you
yell-
should lay. Are you gonna lay underneath of it like it ran into you?
I'll hold my knee like I stubbed my leg on it, and then they'll have to come out because their wheel's gonna be all fucked, and then Oric can come out with Grinnick. We'll be all right, and then are we all good at this?
It's foolproof. This is the greatest.
Okay.
And then-
you see your window of opportunity slowly closing
As 9.
as this
Are
much
there-
larger 4-horse drawn wagon tries to slowly make its way past all of the foot traffic. Arguably less crowded here now that there's no bottleneck of a bridge, but still, enough traffic that cart travel through here is not the greatest experience, one might say. And so, what are you doing?
Oh, so they're really gonna love
Given
this one.
the time sensitivity of your opportunity here.
I motion for 9 to run on the mountainside of the path, so that there's less visibility. And I start yelling, "Come here! Come here, cat!" And I
Or-
chase after him.
Or it crosses to the right side, like away from where the cart's at, on the opposite side. Yeah. You know, guys, before, are there any other carts behind us? Oric wondered. And
And looks none covered
Wow.
that you see within your line of sight.
I mean,
Okay.
It's good that we know that. But
yeah,
that was
Nick, what are you doing?
I'm just looking and following along.
You're like,
looking
what the
also-
fuck?
And what do you?
I mean, I'm
who's
looking
got,
for a cart. Nope. Can't
Who's
find
got
a cart.
groin at the moment?
I do.
Okay. So he's walking with you. All right, great. Gra and 9, you start your fucking Tom and Jerry moment here, or vice versa, I suppose. I don't know.
Jerry and Tom.
Jerry's a big old giant with no body hair. And you go charging down the mountainside of the path, and at the breakneck speed of your chase here, you fairly easily overtake the slow-moving cart, although you are sort of bumping and shouldering through all kinds of people who are like, "What the fuck?" And yeah, you see yourselves ahead of the four horse cart. An opportunity is presenting itself to you as we speak. Auric, you've veered off to the right and see them getting into position.
Perfect.
All right.
Do
Hopefully,
the thing.
9. I'm envisioning you like jumping under the cart, and I go to lurch for you. But as I do, I like punch the wheel in the spoke.
Oh my god.
We just tell them that you were trying to rescue me.
Yeah. My scarf got away again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and punch it with my hands. So I don't know, great axe, whatever. Oh my god, fuck.
What? It's a to hit, right?
Yeah.
You're using your great axe to
Well,
catch
I mean,
the cat.
what I mean, I'm going to go barehanded punch the
Right,
punch the
yeah.
wheel.
Right.
Yeah, that's the intent.
You're just using your d20 and your strength modifier, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the intent was to like dive at the cat, but end up like punching, like all your body's like flying towards the wheel.
Oh,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
kind of like punch through one of the spokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
It's foolproof.
Roll an athletics check for me as you go. It's almost, the plan is almost so perfect that you go charging full fucking speed at this wagon, and you find it very hard to slow down. But as you dive to punch the fucking wheel and you see 9 scurrying out the other side, you just go face planting down.
Oh no.
Like a belly flop between the two wheels, and
I do get hit by the cart.
you've
For
got
real.
a split second, considering your quick reaction time here and your sheer physicality surging through you. You've got about a second before this wagon and all of its unknown weight rolls over your body.
I Tom Cruise roll underneath the cart.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You quickly do so, considering your athletics check was a 20. And you're watching this thing just creak and roll past you.
I kick up. Hard.
Okay.
Just lift the whole cart.
Yeah, the cart explodes up.
Just does a reverse
because
squat.
I dashed
Just
under,
Yep.
Oh.
the cart doesn't know I exist, right? Like as far as they're concerned, I'm not even here.
Correct. God, that's awful.
What are they doing in that cart?
Is there something
Yeah, what
you'd
did you
like to do?
interrupt?
I mean, I'm not gonna have us roll initiative, but we could just kind of go around the table, so to speak. Yeah.
I'm kicking.
Onlookers or other invested parties are doing anything. Gra's kicking. You're last in the soft queue
Yeah.
here.
I'm on the side of the street and I just yell, "Oh no!" And I point.
And you point.
I see what you mean. What happened? Hey, you nearly got ran over. Trying to cause a scene.
I see. God, this is all happening in slow motion.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I say, holy shit, did you see that guy? He just got almost run over by that cart. And I tried
Okay.
to make a ruckus to everybody who's around me.
All right.
A rabble.
All right. You're all like, what? Right. You're just looking at the wheel go past you as you Tom Cruise roll over onto your back and think as quickly as you possibly can, and your thigh muscles start engaging before your brain catches up, and your foot is driving upward vertically towards the bottom of part of this wagon. Please roll another attack with your axe, just for the sake of the
Sure.
roll.
I can do that for you. Cart's made out of metal.
Your foot goes crushing through the floor of a wooden wagon that's moving at a slow pace. Roll
Do I get
damage.
stuck?
You kick hard and forcefully enough that your foot is not just lodged into the wood, splinters and all, but you punch through, and the wagon is slowly moving with your leg still in there. I guess it would be pulling you this way, and it's starting to drag you.
Orc. Orc is gonna run in from the side. Stop the cart! Stop the cart!
You can hear a fairly large number of voices from inside, freaking out.
Oh wow, you guessed right.
Stop the cart! There's a guy stuck at the bottom of the van.
Oh my gosh!
Man,
ran him
Yeah, you can hear like whoa, whoa!
How did you
from,
not see the giant?
from the front of the wagon. Whether it's from you or the commotion coming from within inside the wagon, you're not sure. The cart slowly comes to a stop, but not after dragging Gra along for about 10 to 12 feet. It's not super painful, but it's not comfortable.
Is my suit all fucked up? It's all fucked up.
It is a little dirtied, and you take 3 points of damage from the
Too bad.
experience.
Alright.
Can't use critics non-dirtying fabric.
Oh yeah.
With the cart coming to a stop, Gra still lodged within the bottom of it, though not painfully. You feel with the momentum done, you could rip your foot back through the floor, should you so choose. But you also, anyone of the onlookers nearby, you see the guy who just called for the cart to stop at the front. He's sort of looking back in, the curtains that go from the bench seat at the front into the wagon, and you can see he's clearly talking to somebody. And he sort of angrily puts the reins down the bench, and another guy sort of grabs him securely, and he hops down onto the ground, and he's just kind of strutting to you all. And he's got quite a strong build, tall fella, and he says, "What in the hell is going on?"
I have no idea. I'm literally just. It looks.
He went right under the wheels, and you nearly got ran over. I saw everything. Did you see everything? I saw.
Yeah, I join in.
The thump up in the air. Did he? What happened? I don't understand.
That was amazing. He is lucky to be alive.
Is he alive?
Is he alive? Are you alive?
He
I can't look.
takes longer than you'd expect someone to react to who just hit a person, and eventually, after looking at you all and some of the other onlookers, are like, "Whoa!" Just a lot of looky-loos. He kind of leans down and sees Gra or Dirk underneath of the wagon with his foot upward into the belly of the wagon, and he says, "What in the hell?
How the hell?
How did you?"
How did you get your foot stuck in the
Oh
bottom
my
of that?
gosh!
I
that
was
is
trying-
amazing.
He
How
almost
did
got
you
hit?
To rescue this kitten, and then you ran me over and you ruined my goddamn 2,000 gold suit.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is
Just-
an expensive suit.
Look at this foot. It's lodged in your piece of shit wagon, and you tore my suit.
I love that you said it's a 2,000 gold suit, but it's made out of the patches of that old sail.
It's vintage sail.
It looks like an antique.
It is.
Oh, that is classic.
Famous.
Classic.
Look at that.
2,000
Famous.
gold suit.
Yeah.
Rescuing a
And then-
kitten.
Yeah.
I've heard about you, fucking low life slum.
What are you talking about, mister?
Low
Knife changed
life.
his accent because he doesn't want to be recognized anymore.
Your silly little beggar games aren't gonna work on me. It's not my first trip
Wait.
through this city.
Are you accusing me of being a beggar, sir?
Oh, let me guess, you're the onlooker who saw the whole thing.
No, that was me. I saw the whole thing.
No, I just happened to be passing through town. I'm very
Aye.
good at fixing things.
He kind of
I'm
gets down real low and sees Gra still there. Says, "Hey, let me get this fucking guy out of here." And he just starts crawling, like hunched, walking.
Can I help him?
Down. Yeah, sure, you can try.
I'll help you, mister. Gets down into the cart with him.
I yell out real loud, "Yep, my leg's good and stuck in the bottom of this cart. We're not going anywhere."
9 and this guy approach you kind of like in a crawl space,
Yeah,
just sort
yeah.
of.
No,
How many people are around?
Probably about 10 or so have stopped.
Oh, okay.
and
So
are-
we've got some people watching.
Yeah, like people are looking like clearly they don't have much else going on right now, and this is strange.
Hey,
s-
do any
oh.
of you guys have extra wood, maybe? I could
Yeah.
probably repair
Yeah,
this.
you probably have some tools to help fix the wagon, and I go to like lift the tarp up just to see if I can start rummaging around for some
9
tools.
is actively trying to free. Let me see if I can get him.
There we go. 15 perception.
Oh, the cat.
Why can't I?
And
Oh, you
While
can't really
I'm-
see-
I see him.
I assume Orc would do the same, but while we're trying to get his leg out, I'm trying to peek in just to see
Yeah.
what's inside.
I'm peeking
Ah.
too. I'm like, oh, you probably got some extra wood here to help lift the cart a little bit. You've got some tools, right?
This looks like it won't be nothing to fix up.
So wait,
I rolled a 15.
Krennic, you're out like around the proper wagon, standing up.
Yeah, and I'm getting into the tarp and everything. I'm like, hey,
Looking
you got
for
some extra
tools.
wood that we can, prop up the cart here. That, usually people keep it right up here underneath the seat. So I'm looking under here.
Okay. So the curtain at the front where the seats are is closed at the moment. You can hear numerous voices inside. You're not sure how many. And you start reaching around, and like another guy just kind of kicks your hands away. Hey, back up there, peasant!
What? I'm not a peasant. I'm not a peasant. I'm trying to help this poor man, who is obviously wealthy, who has been run over by this cart.
Oh, my wealthy foot. It's so lodged up in this cart. It's gonna take a few people to get it out, I think.
I can be one of those people that helps.
If only a few good citizens would come help dislodge my wealthy foot.
Sir,
The
I am
bottom of this
trying to
cart.
help, but this man is in my way.
When we do finally get the foot dislodged, I want to throw like 15 gold onto the ground and use minor illusion to double it, and then pick it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my minor illusion if I see that happen to triple it.
So how much money is that? That's like
Like
one gold
90
coin
gold,
equals like
120
50.
gold.
Also,
Right, so-
I am trying to make a distraction so one of us can at least look into the cart.
Yeah, yeah.
Where were you, Oric? You're still just sort of like nearby.
Orc is like, he's kind of following Krennic behind, and he's like, hey, wood, do you have any wood? I can probably
Yeah, help
fix
me
this
look.
here." Yeah, do you have any wood in the back of the cart, maybe? Hey, guy, and he looks under. Hey, guy, driver man, do you have wood in the back of the cart? Okay, I'll just look. I don't know what you're doing.
They're very off-putting, and we don't have any raw supplies. The cart seems fine, and so this guy, you 9, what are you doing? Like this guy's like trying to get a good grip on
Yeah,
Gra's
I'm trying to
leg.
like help, like push the get the. You know, how sometimes when you go into something, the wood will bend up. I'm trying to help pry that open more to get the foot out for him,
Okay.
but also
looks,
peeking as
Gra-
much as I can.
puts his arms out and he grabs onto the spokes of the two back wheels. He's like, "I'll help," and I pull as hard as I can in from the two spokes in the back.
With the intent of doing what?
Pulling my foot out, but clearly not giving any effort towards getting my foot out and just breaking the spokes.
Okay, so you're trying to break both of the
Oh
wheels
shit! We all under here.
while digging.
While
your
trying to
leg.
get my foot out, yeah.
All right.
Leverage.
Well, Ordic and Krennic, you're being like shooed away and blocked. For lack of a better phrase. Gra, make a strength athletics check. 9, go ahead and make a perception check as you look for an opportunity to kind of peek through an opening as the leg is clearly moving around and bracing.
Perfect.
Oh, boy!
Okay.
There it
I
is.
grab onto the
Perfect.
spokes and I pull, but then slam my arms back down and it takes out extra spokes. It's like, oh, that didn't help at all. One of the wheels explodes. That's close. Yeah, there you go.
And the cart falls on top of your head, and you
Yep.
die.
Only one's broken.
Oh, 9, was that your perception check just now?
Yeah.
Oh. You see, a couple figures, kind of almost like looking down, like towards the leg, and you see a couple faces, but it's so fast with Gra thrashing his leg about, as you hear the crunching sound of wood and the follow-up whoops. You don't really get a good look, but you get a sense that something is very strange about this cart, and the eyes that you just sort of caught for but a moment.
Okay. Oh, that poor man. He probably needs a medic.
Did someone
Medic!
say a wealthy man was trapped under the wagon?
Yeah.
Like
A
a
wealthy
small,
man.
like sort of farmer-looking type, and
Are you a
a
medic?
helper are traveling along carrying some pails.
Do you know where a doctor is? We need a doctor here.
Doctor,
No? Okay.
my ma's good at fixing the animals.
Well,
Oh, God.
he's not.
He's kind of an animal.
He's not far from one. Is this her right here? Hello?
Oh no, she's back at the farm.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oh, is this your mother? It's just it's like a
It's a-
hideous woman.
it's a small, burly, simple-looking fella who's accompanied him.
He has a beard.
Krennic, you see several very much together clique-like men walking down the road. Let's see. In this direction towards you, and everyone else, obviously. And they have the air of soldiers about them, though they do not appear to be wearing anything that would indicate that.
Oh. They're like undercover shoppers.
Or guards for a caravan undercover.
Yeah, I nudge Oric and I say, "What? We got authority, possibly.
Do you think we should-
mercenaries?"
It's
We
the
approach
Popo.
them. Maybe they can help us. We seem to be in quite the predicament.
Don't think we should get the authorities involved.
I don't know. Our fella seems quite hurt.
Ah,
I wonder if you are a doctor, good Sir Bird.
oh, I am.
Dr. Bird.
Are you a
Doctor.
doc? You're
I
a
am doctor, but don't call me Bird.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, just ignore that part.
That's
Wait.
Mr. Dr. Bird to you.
I'm sorry. Who's hurt?
Graw is her. The
Wait,
guy.
that, I mean, that really,
that big
or is
guy.
it fake? Are we faking it?
I mean, I'm
This is
faking
under
it.
the. This is under the. Is he really fake? Oh,
would
are you saying
say-
I'm
yeah.
doctor? Like,
Yeah.
Instead of like where people would normally yell like, "Oh my leg," I'm yelling like, "Oh my suit."
oh right, okay.
I'm just
hang on.
saying, a guy is hurt underneath this cart here, and
Yeah.
this asshole doesn't seem to think anything about it.
Okay.
If you're a doctor, you should make sure he's okay. Just make sure
I
his
should. Yeah.
clothes are
You're
in
right. You're right.
place.
Yeah.
Biddy?
Yes. Okay, and I start yelling like really loud. Yes, I am a doctor. I can help this man.
You're a
Stand
doctor.
back. Stand back. His leg seems to be very wounded. I crawl under the cart. I start getting my med kit out.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
hello.
Like, hey, give me a hand under here.
I can't give you a hand. I've got my hands full with this
Oh.
blasted pit.
Okay, then I'll take care of it.
How we
Good-
looking out there, Krennic?
Boots are
We've got
armor.
authorities coming. I'm not
Oh,
sure if we
shit.
should get involved. What do you want to do?
Well,
Wait,
their
the
cart's
guy-
pretty fucked.
You know the guy is sitting right next to you.
Oh, he's under there?
I'm doing it with like blinking signals.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I'm like, yeah. Oh,
All right,
All right.
Yeah.
Beats are passing. Like this guy is still very much under there. What exactly is everyone doing
Is
right
he-
now?
what
as
is
the
he
moments-
doing?
He's actively trying to pull Gra's leg free, which it seems to be stuck still. And he hears the wheels crack. For fuck's sake! As the wood of the wheels crunches under your strong grip.
so one of the wheels is broken.
Two of them are.
I mean, yeah,
The
he
one
did a
you
lot.
fucking Jesus threw.
All right,
Yeah.
so Gra goes, all right, enough is enough, and then he pulls his leg out quite easily.
Oh, I minor illusion to make it look like it's covered in blood.
Oh yeah. Well, look
Okay.
at that, my leg's all
Ah!
jacked up.
Oh goodness, this is an open wound. I need to attend to this immediately. This is going to cost us a lot of money.
9 and Gra, what are you doing under there?
I don't know. What happened to me when that thing came down? I mean, I was right under his foot. Did I get out?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm imagining like the back wheels are like collapsed, but like there's still enough room from like the front leverage to like crawl out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't really imagine the entire circular structure of the wheel was destroyed, but the spokes were kind of ripped out, and one of them did kind of sink down and break a bit. So it's kind of like got that slight tilt, you know, like a little bit of a 3/4.
All right, I'm gonna crawl out on that side.
All right, hold on. Your leg's just been ripped out.
Yep.
Wagon is sort of shifted and sunk in a little bit towards the back. 9. You see the hole open up, and some light coming through as his leg comes ripping out. Krennic, you don't really have the best line of sight on it, but you're down under there. And see this guy kind of recoil back a little bit, and he's like trying to scamper away from getting out underneath the wagon. So 9, what are you doing?
I'm looking in that hole as hard as I can. I'm, if the guy jumps away.
You don't need to roll anything.
Yeah.
Looking back down the hole at you
It's a face.
Yeah.
is a reptilian eye. And it's followed by a bit of a hissing sound and a stomping noise of a boot that covers up the hole.
Gra in his mind goes, jackpot.
Auric, you see this group of 3 men is slowly, in a very orderly fashion, but being, wearing plain clothes, is walking towards the scene of this incident.
Cool.
Was just
He's Oric still has groin. He's trying to maybe like when the carts went past us, was it open in the back or was it covered in some way?
No, I mean it's very much like this, it was like a slat, curtains that were hanging down
Whoa.
that have an opening, but pulled tight. And shut,
Okay.
But definitely not secured in any way beyond that.
Okay.
I tend to Gra's leg wound, cleaning it and bandaging it.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, your doctor's bill is going to be huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of muscle to take care of down there.
I hope you get some compensation for such an accident.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to say, "Do you have a lawyer?"
I'm not the lawyer.
I can represent you and small claims court.
9.
I'm curious to see what these guys walking up are gonna do.
I know, right?
Here's the last thing you see.
like it's titled.
Is that an anus?
Oh, whoops. So I'm not.
So like, but I was looking up there and I saw a lizard-like eye, and then I see that one, or is that the one I saw the whole time?
You see that eye when you look back up. Yeah.
A banus.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Now,
Alright,
can
awesome.
try to get out from underneath the.
Does he
the
see
cart?
me? Do we connect the eyes? Like, do we?
Yeah. I mean, he definitely sees you. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely saw
Okay.
something that resembles a draconian dragon-like eye with some level of intellect staring down into your soul. And
I'm gonna.
these
I'm gonna
three fellows kind of stop, maybe about 10 feet away from all the commotion. Aye, what's all this here?
Well, it looks this guy got ran over by this cart, and I believe they're trying to get his foot out from underneath it, and he could or could not be injured.
Oh no, we got it. He was injured. I am healing him right now. I am a doctor.
So we have a doctor who just so happened to be passing by. I guess that's convenient.
I saw everything.
The guy in the middle says, where y'all from? And you all notice the guy hasn't said anything yet. Kind of does like a sup nod to one of the drivers.
So he's talking directly to Orc because he's the only one outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just passing through. I've got work to do. I don't want to be here.
Right. We'll get to the bottom of it. And
By all means, fine gentlemen. You random person, go ahead.
he gives you a look and says, you're not from around here, are you?
No, I am not. I've got business. I've got to go, actually.
Yeah, go see to your business. And kind of brush you off and start walking towards the cart.
Okay, I'd be happy to.
Okay.
Ruckus.
Under the cart, people. What are you doing?
I'm,
Hey, looks like you're patched up. Good to go.
Oh, thank you so much, random doctor or passerby. And I start to crawl out from underneath the cart. And I try to stand up, prop myself up against the wheel that's almost collapsed.
The driver, Nine says to the driver, I'm very sorry to inconvenience you like this. You seem to have a big wagon. Do you by chance have any wares, as we are running pretty light on our own, or my own? And I, well, because he knows I'm with Gra.
Yeah,
Gra
yeah.
tried to rescue me.
Okay. You're saying this to the guy who was under the wagon with you?
Yeah, we didn't get anything for, yeah, because he was the driver, right?
Yeah.
For
He was
trade.
Yeah, the first one who got down. And so he's outside the wagon at this point. I assume you are too. I don't know if I caught that. Like,
Yes.
just back, yeah, not underneath of it. Says, we don't have anything for sale, friend.
Alright, fair enough.
I just want to get this resolved and try to make it to the gates before dark. If we could wrap this up.
Yeah,
Then-
such a hurry.
Yeah.
What's going on? Is there something I didn't hear about?
Clearly you've never worked on a merchant's delivery here before, but these things take quite a bit of time, and it's quite a clusterfuck when you get to the gates.
I look at him, I wink in a way that makes it feel like the jig's up, and I just give him the little hand gesture and say, "All hail." But I say it really quietly. As if, you know, to be inconspicuous in a public zone.
Yeah. Roll a charisma check.
Here it is. Let's see where our path lies. You fuck up the symbol and give him the middle finger. Uh-oh.
Terrible.
He quickly grasps your hand gesture and stuffs it down. And says, "Who are you and what are you doing?" And he's kind of like looking around a little conspicuously.
Nothing, friend. Just checking on the wares. And now,
Clears his
now
throat.
you need to get to the gate before it's too late.
I need to get to the gate. The wares, yeah. Do you know when everyone else is getting here? He kind of says to you.
I believe we're supposed to set sail in 5 days from now. So, shortly. Our head out on our voyage in a few days.
Mm. Have you seen any other wagons arrive today?
I saw one about a few paces ahead of us.
He's kind of like chumming it up with you a little bit now. Like this guy's like arm around your shoulder. He's like, listen, I didn't expect any of you to get here so soon, but it's a good thing you have. We've heard some very, very troubling news. Roll an insight check.
This dude's spilling the beans. Oh.
Dude, I have been rolling like a
And
dick
you,
today.
I mean, like, you are eating this slop up, and
great.
before you know it, he's basically whispered and worm-tongued into your ear while just very casually walking around to the back of the wagon with you. And several arms have thrust out from the back of the wagon and yanked you into the rear of it.
Oh no!
And it all happened, like, this guy just completely
Instant.
turned this smooth talking conversation around on you. And you find
I don't like it.
yourself sat around
I don't like it one bit.
with a lot of, like, it might not have resonated with anyone else, but it's resonating with you right now, as you see a bunch of people dressed like this sat around, like when you see people like in military formation, like in the back of like a chopper, like just sat around like the bench seating. There they all are, about 6 of them, 3 on each side, and at the center of them, behind the bench, sits, which is no surprise at this point, a very, very, very large and imposing dragon-like man, not unlike Langdedrosa, who you encountered firsthand. You are now seeing up close and personal the large and in charge and much more all-powerful counterpart who you only saw from a very, very far distance back in the Raiders' camp. And it's the one, the only, fucking Resmir Cinnabon.
Oh boy.
And he's just sat there with a massive dark blade with a similarly hued purple gem at the base of the hilt. It's just sat across his lap with his arms folded, and you're kind of looking up at his imposing figure. And between you and him, lined along the benches and stacked in various things, are numerous crates, but for the most part this appears to be a person a caravan, less than a caravan filled with wares. And he just kind of looks at you and says, You're one of those from the town. Which was that one called? And he's kind of like looking over at one of his men. And he calmly replies, the one of the more recent ones, sire. That was Green Place, Green Town, something or other. You know, the last stop before we started transporting all of the horde. And he kind of just like looks down at you with like, you little fucking cat bug insect.
Oh no!
And this guy who replied in the more sort of covered garb, like on the image here, kind of, and they all have these covered faces, but they mostly appear humanoid. He looks over at Resmir and then back at one of the other guys dressed like this in this honor guard. Says, we'll figure it out before we unload, but let's keep him in here and keep his mouth shut till we get moving again. End scene! Back to the outside. What's going on out there? I don't know if anyone saw that. Krennic, you certainly did not. You know, the timing of it was quite smooth and professional.
Is this like Gra and I got outside, like got out from under one side of the van and they went out the other side?
Pretty much, and then
while
like,
we're getting up, dusting
yeah,
ourselves
and like
off,
while you're
they did
dusting
this
yourself
thing?
off, the crowd of people's growing, like everyone's wondering what the hell's going on under there. You could hear Nine kind of like talking, and then like it sort of dropped down into a series of whispers. And Auric, you, I mean, like the group of guys walking past you has like completely occluded your vision or distracted you from seeing anything of note.
Would Gra have noticed?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say that because while Gra was getting out of the cart, he propped himself up against the wheel that was collapsing.
That's broken, yeah.
And while he was trying to get up, he pushes down real hard on it.
Oh, shit. Dusting myself off and
yeah, I'm just like, oh, let's get up here. Ugh.
Okay. Roll another athletics check. And you're intentionally trying to
Push it, yeah.
smush it down on the weaker
using
wheel.
it to lift your 400-pound frame.
Yeah.
There's a creaking and crushing sound as the wagon in the rear just completely slumps down now on a slope. 9, you don't slide backwards, but like there's a jolt as you're there, and then the several guys kind of holding you right now maintain their grip, but you see an opportunity, small though it might be, in this sort of mini earthquake, as one of them is coming around to gag your mouth. You may attempt a thing if you like, or embrace it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go with it.
My secret pleasure.
Okay, I cast fairy fire all around us, so that everybody outside can see who's in this van right now.
You silhouette them from the
Does that
inside
work?
out?
What?
Oh god, we're gonna see
Interesting.
dragon silhouette and people silhouette.
Right.
I don't know how to share like that.
Okay.
I wanna
I don't-
read this too.
Yeah,
Do they
I'll
know when
share.
they're affected by this?
Yeah, it's very visible,
Like everybody.
multicolored fucking
When
pink, purple, bluish hued light.
when he
let's
comes
see.
to gag me, I want to wink, and then roll out the back if I can, while casting fairy fire on everybody in there.
Okay, fairy fire is just a vocal component, so you
Oh,
very
shit.
much can sing your little song.
Sparkles.
Yeah.
Sparkle
Showtime.
motion.
Yeah. It's sparkle time.
It's sparkle time. I like it.
Yeah.
wow, they
your,
shed dim light.
Your voice carries through the air just as they're about to wrap some cloth around you, pirate style, and as you do so, the notes manifest into forms of glowing light that just dances and shimmers all around the wagon, covering everyone and everything inside of it in this dim light that shifts in hue between like blue, green, and violet. Um, and very quickly, there's like an audible like gasp or murmur in the crowd around you all, and all of the onlookers and your allies immediately see the silhouette of what can only be 9 arms drawn back behind him with 3 figures around him, 3 others nearby in very, very close proximity, and a very large lizard-like head attached to what appears to be a massive humanoid body sitting between them, as described, kind of on the opposite side of, or sorry, just behind the driver's bench within the covered wagon.
Sh-
Depending on what you do, we may or may not roll initiative, but carry on, I'm curious.
Crowd looks down at Krennic and like goes like, what?
Yeah. That was Krennic. And then, so this. Oh, weird.
By the way, they have disadvantage on everything while in that light.
Right. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like there's a saving throw involved, but I don't know. Does that matter?
For what now? For the fairy fire?
Like, I wonder if I need to cast it or roll. I think I might actually cast darkness.
Like they have disadvantage and they can't see and they're all stuck in there and
wonder
everyone
how
else
that-
can see them.
But they shed. Well, let's see.
Oh, they
wait.
shed light, yeah.
They shed light, but then and it's a magical light, except.
Oh, you're wondering if darkness actually
Yeah, would
squashes
it-
out the
Cancels
Can you
out.
silhouettes?
share it?
Would it or?
Yeah. So darkness.
Thanks.
Because 9 wouldn't have the fairy fire on him, right? So if I darkness, then he might be able to escape.
It's
without
only
them seeing it.
non-magical light that gets affected. So it says
Non-magical
creature with
can't
dark
illuminate
vision can't see through this darkness.
Ah,
Non-magical light can't illuminate it. Well, so a magical light can, yeah.
If any spell overlaps with an area of light
Yeah,
created by a
yeah.
spell's second or lower, the spell is
The
dispelled.
light is dispelled, yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't have both, I suppose.
Can Gra see Auric from his position?
I cast silence,
Oh!
Oh,
just
Okay.
centered on basically the cart.
okay.
I just whatever.
The flurry of your owl arms creates a white noise, allowing nothing to penetrate the area around the cart. No, I don't know how it works, but yeah.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I try to like open the cloth, like the caravan, the covering, if I can.
I blind Resmir.
I go for his throat.
Okay, hold on a second there.
Because like we're at this, I imagine we're at the side of the cart. They were all that was happening toward the back. But if I can like remove the covering or something, be able to more see them more accurately, get at them, I would do that.
Okay. In
This is
the
gonna be-
chaos of all of this,
We're gonna be blind and
I
deaf.
will allow all of these actions to go off.
Oh shit!
The
Hopefully Oric's not close enough for it to be in the silence.
blindness, deafness. Hold on 1 second, please.
Oh, that's actually a good point. But
Well,
find
if
out.
you're,
That's cool.
it's a 20-foot radius, so if you're like just outside of it, you can still cast at people inside.
It's totally fine if I'm inside it.
It's not though, because you can't cast your spell.
No,
Well,
I
you-
know, but
you
that's
definitely,
fine.
You also were not, based on your previous description and the guards kind of guard.
You're across
looking
the street,
characters
right?
I'm not
passing by.
close. I'm not close to the cart, but if
Right,
I
right.
see
Mhm.
if if I see a dragon, I'm gonna turn around and do something.
Okay, so blindness, deafness. What do we got here? We got a DC of 13, huh? Alright.
Disadvantage, right?
A DC of what?
Your blindness, deafness carries a difficulty class of 13 with it.
Why so low? What is that based off of?
We can verify if that's correct. Hold on.
It's like 8
Spell
proficiency
casting for
modifier.
You. D is, yeah, 8 proficiency and your wisdom mod. So proficiency bonus is 2, so that's 10. Wisdom modifier is 3
Oh, yeah, that's
for a
right.
grand total of 13.
Wow, that is so bad.
Wise. You were very wise.
Dude, wisdom
terrible.
is a hard save. They might not have it.
So let's see. Oh,
He might be more of a wizard than a cleric.
well, you're not sure if it worked or not, but you certainly cast it.
Does he have disadvantage?
Does
From the
from
fairy
9.
thing?
Did it say?
If he doesn't save a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on. So many magics right now.
Ross's
and
eyes are wide.
Any attack
And your
roll
ears
has
are quiet.
advantage, and any. Wait, there's no disadvantage, right? It's just that any attacks against it have advantage.
Yeah.
Because you
And
can
it's gotta
see
be
them
attack
so
roll.
well. Yeah. Okay. All right. All of those things go off, but I need you to roll initiative since you're getting real saucy on me here.
Damn it. It's not good.
Wait, don't you have a special initiative thing because of the
Yeah. The daddy whip.
daddy whip? Yeah.
Whip
You
daddy.
get advantage.
Does that mean I get to roll 2 initiatives?
I would, yeah, you can do that. I would prefer you turn advantage on and do it. And
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Because then it will only, I don't have to manually
Oh,
fix
This
your
is
cues.
unreal.
Wow.
Oh, I
Drop
got a 50.
3.
Dude, tonight is not
welcome.
your night.
Welcome to every week.
Crazy.
Welcome to Auricville,
Home
of
We're all
Home-
over
home
now.
of home of sadness.
Population suck.
We're all
Population, Palindor, and Auric.
Population single digits.
And now 9.
Cause
I
'cause
visited
the
there
dice are
once
single
when I
digits.
died 3 times in one night,
Yeah.
but I didn't return.
Okay. Let me just get one thing in here.
7.
Well, I hope we didn't fuck everything up, but shit.
I'm pretty sure we did.
I hope we didn't fuck everything up, but that's a good one that we have
but.
never said before.
I'm pretty sure shit just got fucked.
Are we?
Well, they're not going anywhere.
Well,
That's for goddamn
We
sure.
guys, and to get ready to roll your characters in the space game, because I think now's the time. This is awesome.
Alright, one second, please.
Got this.
Please and thank me.
Man, it was funny is the guy that pulled me in. I had a whole story to tell that guy,
Nope, fairy fire to the face.
and I didn't even get a chance.
Well, I've got a one-liner.
Didn't even give him a chance.
I've got an Arnold Zinger for them in a second here.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, wait. Before we dig in, can we take a 5-minute? Just like a get drinks. Bathroom?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too long. Casey, what was your cutoff?
Oh,
Probably
that's right.
1.
Shit.
1? Okay. I only need
Well,
I
yeah.
only need water, so I only need a minute. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Order.
2 minutes.
Yeah, dude. I think that. Oops.
I don't think we fucked up.
I
I think
mean-
we're fine.
No, I mean, but if Rezmir's part of the caravan, like, and our job is to infiltrate the caravan,
Maybe we could be Resmir.
and unless we kill Rezmir, we can't infiltrate the caravan because he knows who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
He has
so-
to die.
Yeah, we're royally fucked. So we either kill him here in the middle of a street in the middle of Baldur's Gate, or we run and fail our mission.
I mean, we can't
Tired of the
run. Like
murderers.
we're all in. We're all in
I
at
mean-
this point.
But if we straight up murder him, I mean, I don't know how the city will respond.
Well, let's keep it under wraps. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's like
Literally.
there's like 20. Yeah, I mean, unless we fight inside the tent.
We could try it. It's gonna be
Dude.
close quarters.
That's insane.
I mean, I'm gonna die instantly. That's like 3 or 4 people attacking me at once.
That's everybody attacking you at once. It's
Yeah.
either that we run and try to find disguises that can hide us.
I don't think we can run. I think they know.
I mean, there's like 20 people around us, at
Oh,
least.
But-
and I'm
but
sure
at the
if
same
there's a
time-
fight.
But at the same time, those are the same people that they're hiding. These guys are hiding their identity too.
True. Like, so maybe
Yeah.
the guards would be sympathetic, maybe.
They're
But
helping.
if
Well,
the
the guards are
dragon
bad
cult,
guards.
if the
Yes.
dragon cult is as strong as they probably are, they probably paid off a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, how would they get Resmir inside the city?
Like I think Klug guessed right, and they have like extra hidden guards. Like we're gonna
Oh,
have
I think
ads.
so too.
Yeah.
I think so
I
too.
mean, we're gonna. I mean, okay. I mean, do we really want? I guess my question is, do we really want to fight Resmir? Like, we
Like,
almost
we
died
have to.
from Langdrosa. No, we
But-
can still escape. We can still
Hey.
get away.
Look, I died twice to Langdrodrosa, but we're
And-
still here.
Ra has a zoot suit now, so
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
gonna
it's
be
real
totally
fucked up.
different.
But when we fought Langdrosa, it was basically Langdrosa that we fought. Like, it was just him.
We're a whole
And-
level bigger now.
And Resmir has 6 people on the inside, 3 guards on the outside, 1 guard that dropped 9 in. So,
How do I
doing-
feel in his presence?
Oh, you could make a quick insight check. You know, see what your bones are telling you right now.
Cause like I know he's strong and shit, but
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna go see if I can find my Steam controller. I'll be right back. I'm listening.
That was not a good roll.
Alright, I've only hit 2s and 3s all night. That's it.
Mm-hmm. I've
The
noticed.
color of your dice?
Oh yeah, it could be color.
He has a bit of majesty about him. And the massive greatsword sat across his lap is almost calling your attention with like you feel a bit of like a thirst or hunger in it all, and you can't tell if it's just Resmir's presence or the strange cut of the onyx blade, but you can feel an overwhelming sense of something sinister inside this wagon.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, but if you say we're all in, I'm gonna do a thing,
I think we're running
and it's gonna help us.
Hopefully we'll get a wagon to use.
I mean, I fucked that wagon up pretty good. I feel like I have
mean,
an advantage opportunity here to do a thing that's gonna be awesome for all of us.
I have a thing that I could help do a thing for if we end up doing this.
Here, I'll
God,
type
why are
it.
we doing this?
Oh, this is
I'll,
great.
I'll
This is
type
what
it in
we're
our thing.
We're doing this because we all also want to play Space Cadets.
I mean, is this our GG? Oh
Cool.
my God!
Smoke.
Better not be.
I'm just gonna click a few things and sip on this water, but I'd really love to know what you're doing in the next few minutes.
Well,
I mean,
can you describe the first round at least to see in what order things fire, or did we actually fire them in the order that we want, and now it's initiative?
Oh, I mean, no, that stuff happened.
Okay, so deafening
those-
circle.
Oh
there's
yeah,
blindness possibly,
possibly.
and fairy fire. Okay, cool.
hmm
All right, so shit. Who goes first?
I believe
Oh,
I
I
do.
didn't even initiate.
Get that
Yeah,
advantage.
you did.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
the
Oh, I
advan-
did, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like death comes to us all, and we're gonna die because there's
gotta die some-
6 inside, 3 outside, 1 extra guard, and him. And you guys want to fight them? We'd be outnumbered at least 2 to 1.
But how much outnumbering do you think the thing I'm gonna do is
I'm
gonna
reuse
negate?
this map.
I mean,
Oh yeah, this
I-
cart is
I-
10 feet wide.
I guess we've come out of some pretty hairy situations. We can
Oh, 15.
test the fire again if you want to.
Plus, hopefully, like they send more guards or something, or like I mean, like town guards. I don't know. We're pretty much nuts deep in this. Oh boy. Oh, let's yeah.
Fiddy, is this cart 15 feet wide or 20?
Let's go
Or does
with
it
what you
matter?
see is what you get. I'm just gonna.
All right. Yeah.
You get the outline idea. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
just-
yeah,
It's sentient.
Maybe I can help. Oops.
Look,
Cool.
I'm gonna open up.
A can.
No, Dave's 6-shooter revolver of Itotiso. I'm gonna load in 3 bullets of I'm so
Fucking-
sorry. I'm gonna close
Oh,
it
that
up.
helps. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna put his finger
Fucking
around
a-
the trigger.
Fucking a Totoso.
Yep.
Fucking a Totoso.
Give him the
This is you
double-barreled
breaking
shotgun
the wheel back here. Yeah.
of a Totiso.
Okay, give me 1 second, please.
I mean, if we're all in, I'm all in. So
I'm all in.
Yeah, dude. Let's do this.
Fucking do. It's a suicide mission.
God.
Dude, I'm in there, you know?
Well, I'm excited to see Space Peck in the future.
It's just a cat in a spacesuit, like in a helmet.
That's a kitten. I have to completely hybrid the two of them.
The bottom's just duct taped off, and it's just a helmet with a cat in it.
Oh God, this is so stupid.
It is.
Remember,
Oh,
there
who's
was
this?
three guys driving the wagon.
I
Oh,
do
guy,
remember
guy,
that.
guy.
And weren't there?
Cow.
Let's just be clear for here.
3 guards looking
yeah.
off-duty guard types coming towards
This
you.
is not
Yeah.
One who what's up
Alright.
to one of the drivers.
Yeah, I remember
That
that.
guy, right? Yeah.
Alright, I'm
I
feeling
really
less
remember
confident
that.
about this.
So
Um,
how many is that now, Fiddy? I'm curious.
There's 3 more I'm gonna put on the map in a second here.
Okay, so that's 13 people
I
against
almost
our...
bought every patron at the bar a round of drinks, which would have been perfect right now. Why didn't I do that? I almost did it, because what if...
Wait, 13?
He's adding 3 more.
Yeah, the guys
These are the
who were
guards.
coming down the road who look like off-duty guards to work.
I'm not feeling very confident about this.
Listen, guys. You know... Fuck.
Yes.
I mean, you're
Acknowledged.
in the wagon.
Yeah, you know...
Let's get you out of the wagon. Or get me in.
Cal, this is like... hardcore Diablo. Gotta,
Alright, I know
Just
what needs to happen.
gotta
And
keep it
you
level
just-
head.
And you just picked a fight with Diablo at like level 2.
Well, we're just gonna have to play the kiting game.
Yep. 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 Can't see you if you don't move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy, this guy, this guy. So spells that are in play right now. Silence. I'm gonna go ahead and do that one. So I need to. This isn't where I thought things were going,
Nope,
so
hang
I'm
on.
just. You leave the orange there. I can do that.
There you
Okay,
go.
perfect. So we just need to alternate who's drawing what, so we don't lose certain circles. Yeah?
Sorry. Yeah, blues.
So that's
no
perfect.
silence.
Okay. Potential blindness, deafness was a single target, so that's unclear if you stuck the landing on that one. But got it. And darkness never happened, but fairy fire is in
Yeah.
effect. Okay. And now that I have to care a lot more than I initially did for the sake of just illustrating the fact that there were people inside there, let me just double check. Fairy fire is a concentration spell.
So silence.
yeah.
So is silence. Okay. And fairy fire just happens. So there's no saving throw or anything like that. Okay, cool. All right. 9. you see guard 9 immediately get in front of Resmir and draw forth a sort of menacing looking long blade and just points it at you and says, "Draw any attention in here, cat."
Except that
Except
see
he's
his
only
mouth
mouthing the words.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm looking at. I'm tilting my head. Going,
9 being an expert in bardic and
Oh, yeah.
storytelling is reading every word off
Perfect,
this
yeah.
guy's illuminated lips. So
Nice.
I am going to vocalize it for my own sanity. But you see him quietly mouthing the words. I should have prefaced it. I'm sorry. He says, "If you do anything to draw attention, cat, I will slit your throat." And you can see everyone else around him is just like going to be
Shit.
swarming in around you, forming a bubble around Resmir, and making sure you do fuck all if they have their way about it. Gra, you notice as you crunch down the back of the wagon that the last bits of clunking wood splintering noises you expected to hear, just suddenly, like, all of a sudden, and you don't know what the fuck's going on, but you see these glowing, strange silhouettes in front of you, but you hear nothing, and all of your senses are freaking out a little bit, other than you know that from the form that you see within, 9 is definitely in there and surrounded by a lot of interesting looking bodies. What are you doing?
Is 9 glowing as well?
Yes, I think it's everyone, right? 9? Let me just...
Am I glowing?
Yeah.
Yes.
20-foot cube.
Uh,
No, it's everybody in the van. Like, see the square that I have?
yeah.
That would be it.
Okay, perfect. So they
Oh,
can't
yeah,
see
okay,
me.
okay.
Every
At all.
object and every person.
All right, so I clearly see the silhouette of Resmir, the guy who apparently slayed me.
He looks a lot like you. You see the silhouette of a guy who did slay you. You've never come close to face to face with Resmir proper, but this looks exactly like Langdedrosa, the guy you fought and who just fucked your world up.
All right, I am not happy about that.
Mm.
I run over here,
Okay.
and I am going to. Can I hit them with my sword from here, or do I have to use my hit him with my sword, or do I have to use
well, I mean,
Iron
you're
Comet?
you're a big guy, but this wagon probably sits about, I don't know, like, probably the base of it is like, I don't know, 3 to 4 feet off the ground, like where anything would be in terms of like floor or seating. Fairly large wheels, and they're up above you, but you could certainly swing at a thing like that.
Iron Comet
Okay.
through for the extra reach. And as I'm swinging it, all right. First I hit him.
Uh-huh.
Does this go through like the?
Wait,
Is there like
I
a
get to
soft
reroll
caravan?
that, right?
Yeah. So I mean, imagine if you will, like, every so often there's like a strut or something kind of bracing the stretch
Yeah.
cloth. But yeah, I mean, this is going to
Shred
arguably
it?
punch through and shred
Yeah.
into it.
Okay, good.
So
I like.
I
the
get to
track, yeah.
reroll that because I rolled a 1, right?
You
That's a
do, yeah, with your
Great
ability,
weapon
yeah.
fighting.
Perfect, way better.
Okay, there is an audible sound of pain and cloth tearing as you bash through
But it sounds
the
like
fabric.
this.
Oh, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
Dungeon
hear the
mastering's
whip
hard.
outside of the sound, and then it goes.
Nothing. Actually, anyone outside the blue or inside the blue, like, nothing is heard
Alright.
by
Those
anyone,
sounds.
including any audible sounds of pain.
And then Gra, not realizing that he's silenced, yells out, "Didn't you realize they didn't allow animals past the front gate?" But nothing comes out, and he uses.
He
uses this-
wasted that great line on
Yep.
on the nothing, but you feel like he said it.
Oh,
He uses disarming attack, and
Oh.
he reaches in, and he pulls the sword off of his lap. Resmir's lap.
I mean, you attached with like the Iron Comet bashing through into the nothing.
I mean, just playing into it. It says when I hit something.
Alright, roll the disarming attack. Isn't it like, is that you just roll damage and it adds a DC?
Let me
Forcing
read
you
it
to
up.
drop one item. Da, 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 da. must make a
Add this to
strength
your-
saving throw. Okay. I'm game.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll the d8.
Cool. You do additional damage, yeah. As you try to bash him so hard from behind that he drops whatever he's holding, but you hear no sound, so you don't really know, do you?
Did I grab it?
Well, actually, objects are illuminated, and you see that he still clutches his blade quite strongly.
On his lap?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it. Alright. Gra has made his attempt.
Okay. This guy, seeing but not hearing you come in, drops down off the wagon, whip in hand, and gets some distance from you, and cracks that thing towards you. And does not hit. There's no sound, just like it comes snapping past you. Some of the guys that you were interfacing with, Auric, you can clearly see that they are kind of snapping into on-duty guard mode. And you see them like from these like big coats kind of pull forth weapons that they're brandishing. They just appear to be typical long swords. You happen to catch underneath one of them, one of their coats, a tunic that looks and bears a symbol like this. One second. Where did you go? Sorry, 1 second. There it is. Cool. Yeah, bearing a tunic with a symbol that looks like this.
Oh,
You
the
can
flaming fist, huh?
you can make an insight
Whoa.
check.
Time to get fisted.
Burning Fistus.
Yep, I'm totally doing an insight check.
Oh, nailed it.
You're aware of this group. It is a massive, some would say, group that makes up a large part of the Baldur's Gate army. Though they are an independent mercenary company, they've been at it so long that they're well known to be the police force that operates in every aspect of the city other than the wealthiest part, which is Upper City. But these guys typically maintain law and order primarily in Lower City, not really in the budget to patrol and manage the outskirts, the slums, basically the area you are now. But it's probably pretty likely that they live or hang out around here.
Oh, the corrupted Popo.
Yeah, anyway, one of them, getting his sword out and getting a bit of a jump on everyone else, is kind of heading towards the chaos, and you see him unknowingly shouting towards the wagon filled with glowing figures, "What's going on in there?" He's got his blade out, and he's kind of like now more brazenly brandishing, I mean to go home and do some drinking, and I don't want to deal with whatever the fuck this is.
Sir, I saw everything. I saw everything that happened.
And he's kind of like got his weapon out, looking at the thing, looking back. You, what? Spill it then!
Those guys ran over my friend, and the big guy, they ran him over, and then they took my other friend and they put him in the back, and I think they're dealing harm to him.
Dealing harm.
Here you don't hear any commotion.
He looks back at the other two and he says, let me handle it, boys. And he just starts walking instead of running forward. And you kind of says, "Aye! Aye!" And he's shouting towards the circle of silence. inside, 9.
They're all blinded, right? Is 9 blinded?
No, he only tried to blind the dragon guy.
Yeah, it's a
It's a single
one-person
target.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I thought it was a cube.
9, your word's still sort of dancing about, like you easily see this guy coming at you, trying to grapple you, and it's like it's not even worth your effort to try to dodge. Like it's just sort of your natural instincts do it before you even think about it.
Is that a 1 or a 2?
uh, the guy next to you, on the other hand, while you're distracted by that, kind of gets you in a chokehold and is forcing his arm around your throat pretty tightly right now. And you can feel the hot breath, but you can't see his lips, so you don't really hear what he's saying in the moment. It's your turn, though.
Okay. Shit. That was that. Oof. Now I don't know what to do. I am going to. You see, it got me a chokehold.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the guy above you, guard 6 there.
Okay. Well, while he's holding me, I'm gonna cast minor illusion. Let's see. Let me see what I need to cast that before I. When it's S and M. What is it? Components are S and M. Is that sound?
Oh, somatic and material. So somatic is making some sort of physical body gesture. So you
Perfect.
would need one.
I got that.
Your left arm is free. Actually, your right arm is free since this guy went into chokehold mode on you. The guy below you definitely still has hold of your other arm when they were kind of like holding you down.
So what I want it to look like is I'm going to, because I can do like a box, right? A 5-foot radius.
Mhm.
I think is of my illusion.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna make it look like is my face like making fun of him. But I'm gonna swap my face with his buddy's face so that he tries to like punch me, but he hits his own friend.
Okay. And sorry, which guy are you?
So the guy,
are
the
looking,
guy I'm trying
okay,
to
looking
do that
towards?
to is to the south of me, 23.
Okay. Okay.
Damn, that's pretty creative. I like
You're
it.
projecting your face on his face,
Yep.
Yeah, and making
making
fun
a funny
of him.
face.
Yeah, like as if like it wasn't hurting. Like I had the upper hand.
Okay.
Maybe that. Oh, even better. I'm giving his buddy the. Yeah, I have his buddy squared up. Is what? Because it's only on the top up, so I'm just banking.
Yeah,
that he
you can
doesn't look
basically
down.
like do a head replacement.
Yeah.
Real-time CG, guys.
And just for final clarity, you're doing whose face on who now?
My face
Uh-huh.
will be on guard 6's face, and
Okay.
his face on mine. So that he punches who he thinks is 9, but is actually guard 6.
Well, I'd say you could do one face replace. It's just a minor illusion, and you can only
Okay.
create a
All
single
right.
object.
Do 9's all about taking chances. So
Yeah.
yep, 50%. Sure, I like those odds.
So are you putting your focus on your face on his body or his face on your body?
My face on his face.
Body. Okay. All right. Single head. All right. With your single free hand, you manage to pull this off. There's really no checks or anything for it. And it does take a full action, especially considering your predicament. You don't feel like you can move right now as you're restrained. So are you just doing this and kind of hoping for the best?
Yep. Because I'm taking my free hand, and the gesture that's casting it is like
Yeah.
making fun of him. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Actually,
that-
it's a middle finger, or the equivalent of in this world.
the Faerunian finger.
Favorite finger, yeah.
Okay. You do all of that with the panache and style that only you could. And this guy, you see this guy moving in around you again, kind of getting protectively in front of Resmir, coming for you, trying to bind you, and then almost freezes mid-moment as this weird fucking face replace happens, and like he kind of does a double, triple take, and is sort of dazed for his turn, if you will. This guy in the front is kind of looking in through the curtains. He's got his back to most of you all. He is trying to talk to Resmir as we go to Krennic, the doctor nearby.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor. So I had thought we had started maybe a little closer to the cart.
Fair enough.
Because I started
Ulrich
where Gra was kind of like getting out, from it.
was-
Um,
stay there-ish, fine.
Only
Oh yeah,
because,
you were right next to me, huh?
yeah, right after seeing the silhouette of Krennic surrounded by dragon dudes.
So are you on the opposite side, actually?
So, no, because we were together. basically
I
when-
ran around the cart. I started on the other side.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay because I'm gonna basically go to here. Wait. Let's see, 30. Wonder if I can 35. There we go, because that's my movement. Basically, want to dive into the cart, seeing 9, and just like grab him and pull him out.
Okay.
I want to like acrobatics my way up there, and then just grab him and pull him out.
Okay. Well,
Like
you
out of the
have-
clutches of whoever is maybe doing all that stuff.
Yeah, you have advantage on. I would say just make like a monk-like attack roll,
Oh, an attack roll?
and I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna compare that against a thing
okay.
about the guy who's grappling.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
But you do have advantage thanks to
Oh!
fire.
You! Okay, wait,
No.
advantage you said?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I said you had
Okay,
advantage.
okay. What the fu- Look at Dave's
Oh,
face.
the
Just like critically
fate.
knowing you right now.
Jesus, man. Okay.
Get that shotgun
Okay.
at Totoso loaded.
Okay, and if like I can be like extra monk like if I need to spend a key on like what is the one that gives me dodge?
Oh.
Not like it's
Step of the wind, right?
yeah, so like step of the wind basically, like if I can grab them and then step of the wind out of there so like they can't even attack us on the way out.
All right, you motherfucker.
I'm like jumping in there. I'm like grab them and I'm like use my feet to just kick off and just like just fall out of the back of the caravan.
all right.
with him in tow. That's what I'm
you
trying.
fucking like monk up your like on like the grappling arm on Krennic right now with your advantageous fairy fire, and basically just hit all the right spots to make this guy just drop his clenched grip around Nine's neck. And you are able to grab him, and you definitely feel like you're going to need to step through the wind if you want to actually like pluck him out of here and do all of
Yeah.
this in a turn. But you do so and manage to extract the cat like an owl swooping in for its small, delicious prey. Just
Yeah, and I'll try to get as I back out if I can get this. I just want to get right outside the circle. That way, it's like I can ask 9 like, "What's going on?"
all right. Why are you trying to fuck with my Space Dungeons plans, bro?
just tumble it. That's it. And it's like 9. What's going on?
You can exchange a few quick words. Go.
Rasmir's in there.
What the fuck? I'm just looking around for guards. Yeah. Are there
The two
actual
remaining
guards?
The two
Okay.
remaining guys who Auric now believes are actual guards are kind of
Okay.
milling about, like, what's he doing? Like they're kind of talking about their friend in a way of like, why is he charging in there? Like we're off duty, we've been drinking, what the fuck?
They've been drinking, huh?
Hey,
You can throw a couple words out real quick if you like.
listen, some serious shit is about to go down. I'm telling you, I know you're off guard. I will pay each of you 10 gold pieces if you go and get the guards.
They kind of like look at each other like,
Or
10 gold?
one of you go and get. I will give both of you 10 gold each if one of you goes and gets the guard and the other one helps me get my friends out of this.
Oh, that's tricky. I like it.
They kind of give you
The finger.
Faerunian.
The Faerunian finger.
give you a bit of a look. A look that says, God damn it, where's my picture when I want it? A look that says, fuck yeah, we like money.
That was slick.
There it is. God damn it. Mm.
Oh, nice.
10
It's about to-
gold, you say?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this does look like a situation that needs a little more backup.
A proper guard. That's right. Yeah.
Yep. They hold their hands out mid stride.
I will give you a 5 each now, and I hand them 5 each. I said, the rest when one of you brings the guard back, you come with me. We're gonna help these guys.
I will allow you to use a persuasion check right now, but it's going to consume your turn, which was at the end of the queue here.
That's absolutely more
Persuade away, my friend.
Oh boy, don't persuade like usual though.
But-
Oh.
Yeah, Will.
He's got coin in the hand. Come on.
The cool thing is that I have this thing called luck, which
Oh, that would apply to this situation. Oh my god! What are you doing to
You
yourself?
also have this thing called luck. You have another thing called luck.
I do have another thing called luck, but I don't think I can do it. I don't think you can do it more than one luck in a turn, can you?
Let's learn about that.
I think you can.
I think you can.
God, you want me to burn all? Okay.
I mean, I don't want you to.
I mean,
Right,
look how much
yeah.
it got you.
This
You
could
can spend
potentially-
one.
If you burn 3, you could get up to an 11.
No, you can only use one. Is the way I'm reading it.
Fuck you, Kyle.
It kind of says right. Yeah, we'll go get the guards for you, but we're gonna need that payment up front.
Fine. If you do that, then there'll be another 10 gold after you bring everybody. Do you
Hey, yeah,
understand?
you got a deal. And they kind of, yeah.
Okay. And I pay them each 10 gold, and I'm deducting it from
Please,
my.
please do immediately.
You made the right decision. You
okay.
made the right decision.
Meanwhile,
Rob will pay you back.
inside the cart of Resmir.
Oh, and I have a move. Well, I don't know if it's my turn. It's probably not actually my turn, right?
I'm
jumped
kind of considering all of that. Hey, don't go over there. Talk to me. I'm persuading you. Now I'm paying you, and then I'm paying you more as your entire turn.
I will make a general movement when I'm able to.
Okay. I'll say you stopped them right about here when
Perfect.
the negotiations began. And actually, I skipped
And-
Resmir.
And
I don't wanna do that.
I let go
I
of
mean,
Groin's leash.
You wouldn't want to do something like that. Go
Sorry,
for
what was
something.
that last thing you said, Orc?
I let go of Groin's leash, and I do the head gesture, and
He's still hungry.
I whistle at Grimlaw,
Mhm.
and he knows what the whistle
Oh
means.
yeah, mount regulators.
We
Mount
never
up.
we never fed Groin. He's probably feisty right now.
He's
Yeah,
about
you
to get
were-
fed.
You were on your way to
I
go get him
tell
some meat, right?
Yeah.
Groin, those men over there have got lots of meat. Go check them out.
Regulators.
Oh, real
Regulate
battle
any
music.
stealing of this
Engage.
property. We're damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street.
Sorry, I just had to
Gotta be handy with the
get
steel,
that in
you know
there.
what I mean? Earn your
Yeah.
keep.
Just
Yeah.
get in there.
Regulators.
It was a clear black night.
All right, so Resmir's turn. Let's see what this guy does.
he
He's blind too,
murders
right?
everyone.
I mean, he might be blind. We don't know.
Hope so.
The last thing you saw, Nine, as you were being yanked and monked out of the back of the wagon, was Resmir just calmly sitting there with his clawed, reptilian, black-scaled hands resting over this black, menacing blade, and he just looked at you with a gaze that said, "I'm sending you to the 9 hells." And
The 9 hells,
yeah, there's 9 of them now.
but just for him.
And he began to slowly rise up from his bench and kind of just looking at each of his guards with a semi-annoyed look on his face. And he's just kind of like leaning on his very large greatsword like a cane. As far as the rest of you know, nothing else happens.
Shit.
I'm gonna die in 1 turn, guys.
Nah, you're good.
Based off of what evidence?
I know. When has this
Yeah.
ever turned out well?
The good news though is you have armor now. You've never had
That's
armor in like, an engagement before.
And
so
a
this
zoot
is,
suit.
yeah, so this is a whole new world, a whole new game.
Oh
I
man.
feel like we just engaged the end game boss.
That's how this whole campaign's
Yeah.
been.
That's true. be
This
fair.
guy, who gets to treat you very much like a grappled opponent right now, 9.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Swings at you advantageously with his longsword.
Ouch.
The first attack does 9 damage.
That's my name.
That's not what you want to be taken.
The second attack does.
Wait, you're dead.
4 damage.
You want me to mark it?
No,
I've
yeah.
got you.
No.
That looks like it hurt a lot.
A little bit.
That's only half your health.
Damn it.
We'll be okay.
Only 6 to go.
The guy jumps out the back of the wagon.
Oh Jesus.
Now clearly aware that your little illusion, which just disappeared as you lost concentration, is not a real
So
thing.
does Fairy Fire's gone as well.
Oh,
Oh, wait a
Oh
second.
yeah.
Well, you
Fair
said you got
Fire
to
no,
roll
Fairy
for
Fire
it.
doesn't have concentration.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh,
No.
nice.
It says it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but it is.
Oh shit.
Duration concentration up to a minute.
Wow.
I have all the spells.
Minor
open right now, I just saw that.
illusion is not minor illusion is not concentration, so nothing broke.
Okay, okay.
So the illusion still stands.
So one guy has
which
your face.
I will say maintained the days slightly long enough for this guy to be like, what the fuck is going on? Get out of the wagon, see you. Does not get a chance to engage on this round, but is clearly snapped out of it at this point. The regulator, the original regulator, Grimlaw, does indeed go running after
The original
Groin,
regulator.
who's running after the horse meat. Let's see who wins. That's Grimlaw. That's Groin. Oh, horse meat it is, boys. Grimlaw goes running after Groin, who is way too quick on his freedom as the taut leash goes loose upon being dropped, and immediately starts ripping the living shit out of a horse, who's very much alive and being shredded
Oh
to
my
death
God.
by a ravenous baby,
No.
sort of retarded dragon, I guess you could call Drake's. Dragon's gone wrong.
Iron
And
horse.
Grimlaw just goes diving after
The
Groin,
horse.
like just trying to like do this awesome like jump on him midair, mount up to battle Dragon Knight fucking badassery, and just lands on his tailbone, squat down on the ground, hard as fuck. And there
The
he
19?
sits, stunned and saddened. I know the 19 was for Groin.
Oh.
Yeah, who's just feasting right now on a terrified, whinnying horse that everyone would be hearing awful sounds of if they weren't enshrouded in silence.
That was a prize-winning horse, asshole.
Gotta get rid of that silence soon.
Yeah, these guys are heading back down the road, taking their time very casually.
One of them, just one of them.
Yeah.
That was the argument.
Wait, what?
I
You get
said,
to keep some.
I said, one of you goes back. I'll pay both of you, but one of you goes back and one of you helps me. Unless they both go back and completely ignore me, which is
No,
cool.
I thought the really failed luck roll was them saying you're paying both of us now. We'll go get help and come back with more.
Oh, that's also fair.
Was how I read it.
That's fine. That's cool. You
Sorry.
are
We
the
got-
DM.
we got roll with it.
You rule how must be ruled.
Sorry, yeah, that's I reviewed the play tapes. That's what happened. Guy number 3, brandishing a small dagger, seeing his buddy crack a whip, is like, what in the fuck? And as he's jumping off, he gets thrown off by the thrashing horse who's being eaten alive,
Oh, thank
like
God.
it just encountered a fucking zombie. And takes a small bit of damage as he stumbles and trips while trying to get off of the seated bench of the wagon that's kind of thrashing around the little action at the front here. This guy is
My God.
taking up a
Holy
protective
shit.
stance. Gra, what are you up to, buddy?
Yo, alright, I am going to do a number of things. Oh, fuck. Okay, I am going to run up. If I run up here, can I clearly see 9 and Critic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to fucking come down on guy number 12 with my axe as hard as I possibly can.
12.
Okay. The guy that just tried to
Yeah.
crack a whip at you?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and roll that for you here. Here we go. I'm great axing him right in the head.
Oh, you got advantage. You have advantage.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
But everybody has advantage on each other, which is kind of fun. Oh, no,
Well,
never mind. It's just people
Not,
that started.
no, only
That's right.
only
Not
9.
us.
Actually, yeah, 9. You yourself, even if you weren't restrained, would have had someone would have advantage because you had the fairy fire on you too.
Oh, that's
Mine.
right.
Yeah.
Does it get on yourself too?
Every
Everyone
got all
in
over
the-
everyone.
Every object and thing. within
Got
that
everywhere.
cube.
It's in my mouth.
It's all over everything. All right, you crunch down on this guy, and you said you're using the comment.
I'm using the great axe.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
overhanding him.
Damage him.
Oof. Yes.
Okay. He takes some damage.
I'm also going to use maneuvering attack on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 1d8 and add that to him.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to somehow maneuver 9 half his movement speed away in any direction.
Okay.
I just start
Without
I'm-
provoking attacks of opportunity. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And
No,
since
get the
since
fuck
it's
out!
a friend restraining him, you can definitely freely go 9.
It's lovely.
So you can move half your normal movement speed, and that is 30.
like
so
15
15 feet in any direction, I think.
I can do that right now?
Yeah.
Yep.
And what did you ask me to do, Gra?
Get the fuck out!
I'm gonna kind
His
of.
roar is so inspiring and deafening that he's basically stunned this guy for but a brief moment.
If only you could hear
Wait,
me.
can you hear me?
You can run a
You
short
read-
burst.
You read my lips though.
Oh.
Oh wait, you can.
How did you-
He's outside of the range. I don't know how that works. Whatever.
Yeah, but
No,
you
you're
can't
inside.
Yeah.
You can't communicate through.
talk. Choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you. He can see you.
Yeah. That's why I asked about
There
the
you go.
scene.
So-
Yeah, so you call me over and I start heading that direction.
Yeah, that's valid. Okay. Approved. All right. And you're engaged in melee with this guy right now. So
Yeah.
unless you want to provoke an attack, are you doing anything else?
I definitely don't want to be that little smidgen closer that I got moved because I
Oh,
know
well,
what's
you-
gonna happen.
You definitely had to be to get that attack off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good where I am.
Okay. we could retcon it. All
No,
right.
that's fine. That's fine.
This guy. Let's see.
Did you apply damage to him?
Oh, I sure did. Yeah.
I sure did.
Wait, really?
Do you see the green dot next to his body, guys? You
Yeah,
still-
Dutch Mott.
Oh, guy 12 is only wounded after taking like 20 points of damage. That's good to know.
Fortunately for this guy, he's real smart. He knows that his magic won't work in this strange silence that has overcome everything. So he instead swings or pulls forth a dagger he's brandishing and stabs twice at you. Rolls another natural 20.
Oh.
Shit you not. With a +4. Swings and stabs the dagger again, but misses. Like the blade from the natural 20 plunges into you so hard that he can't quite get it out for the second attack. But you still take 8 points of damage.
Lucky he stabbed so hard on the first one, right?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
How many points of damage?
8. Gra already had 8 prior to that.
And I can't use any more maneuvers, huh? Because I already used one.
Unless it's a reaction, you
Well,
can't
then
do anything.
I will use a reaction.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I am going to use my Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll a 1d12 and add my Constitution.
Just so you're aware, and this is the only
Oh, he rolled
combative
a 20, huh?
hand-holding. That's fair. You do have your parry as a reaction move under your battle mastery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Reaction to spell. Alright. I'm still gonna use Stone's Endurance because that was such a deep wound.
Cool. All right. Go ahead and roll it. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
So Stone's Endurance says you get to ignore up to that much damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You completely absorb the stab. Like he plunges into your chest, but
He thinks he did,
the
but it's
calloused,
between my tits.
the calloused tits on your man boob. It's just like you don't even feel it. You don't even fucking feel it.
It slides between my tits, and I squeeze, and
it's as if you
pops
never
out.
took the damage at all.
There's some sparks that come out of his.
Like a squeegee.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy coming in is like completely thrown back by the flailing other 3 horses who are losing their fucking minds right now.
Oh, they're tethered to groin, huh?
And he kind of like quickly moves away to the outskirts.
Is the cart jerking at all?
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah. I mean the cart is obviously quite heavy, heavy enough that they're not like tipping it or breaking it yet. But who knows? It's too bad no one can hear anything. But the sort of broken framing and ripped cloth where you initially attacked into the caravan, you now see a heavy crossbow pointed out towards you.
Shit.
And it's firing at you, but it misses
Oh my god.
this time. Not to say that there's not a second crossbow that doesn't appear a moment later, but it also fires bolts and they miss.
Guys, the DM gods are with us tonight.
People in the crowd are starting to scream and disperse as they come close to grazing or hitting some bystanders and onlookers. But Nine, what are you doing?
Could you tell me again what my tentacle whip does?
Oh, you haven't really fucked with it much yet, have you?
A little bit.
I mean, the best of your ability, you thought it might bear some of like the properties of that creature, in the sense that like it was able to not only grip and grapple things more easily, but kind of like reel them in. Like the tentacle was to kind of like spin as like the cilia, and the thing coiled around its target. You recall probably quite clearly that experience, and I think the sense was that maybe the built-in sort of organism that you now have set up as a whip would be able to replicate that, because it did still seem to keep moving and acting as if it were alive, even though it was detached from that creature.
Okay. I'm gonna step outside the silence, and I'm gonna take that, while taking out that tentacle whip, looking at really kind of disgusted, and I'm gonna chuck it at guard 1, and I'm gonna yell to Krennic, Krennic, I can't do anything with the
Like,
silence.
Throwing the whole thing at him, or are you trying to
Like,
whip him
whip
and
it.
like hold on to it?
Yeah, hold on to it.
Okay.
At guard 1.
At guard 1, yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll to attack.
Disadvantage.
It's with advantage.
Roger that with advantage.
Godspeed. Yes. Yes.
You whip and connect. And I
Roger
think we
that.
have that set up, so yeah, you can roll damage.
I
With
love
damage
everyone's
incoming.
expressions right now. Everyone's so like, we're fucked kind of faces.
9 points of damage to guard 1.
See if that even hurt him.
Okay, wounded.
Alright.
You connect. And so what are you trying? Are you trying to do anything special?
I'm trying to just kind of help Krennic monk the hell out of this guy,
Okay.
and yell at Krennic that I can't do anything with the silence.
You do feel like, if anything, this thing was easily able to do more damage than you were used to with your old whip. and it feels like it's got like a little bit of a grip onto the guy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you are engaged, though you could break away if you wanted to, since you're not in his melee range.
I'm staying.
I'm assuming you're
engaged.
holding on with the whip, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Um. Krennic, a crossbow bolt comes flying your way.
No,
Oh.
monk out of the way!
Nah, because I got monk abilities. I deflect missiles.
Oh, you can monk out of the way.
If I'm hit. So roll to see if he hits.
He does not hit.
I go to catch it, and it's like, that's too far.
Yeah, you're like, no.
These
Okay,
guys
we're good
suck
here.
at crossbows.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Famous
think there's your
last
problem
words.
right there, Rick.
Okay. I use the momentum from dodging the crossbow bolt to reach behind, pull out the quarterstaff,
Okay.
and then monk the guy. Guard one.
Guard one, alright, yeah,
Are
yeah.
you gonna monk the
Here
shit out of
comes,
him?
two-handed like.
And you have advantage.
Oh, that's right, advantage.
Oh yeah, advantage the shit.
Sorry, I gotta.
All right, you
gotta
did
remember
worse.
That. 15.
All right.
Didn't matter.
15 miss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'll use my bonus action to unarmed attack martial arts
Okay.
with advantage. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, the 27.
Ooh, alright. Damn.
9 points of damage.
Guard one with the 9 points of damage. Okay. And is that it for you?
That's it.
Alright.
And then I yell back at 9. If I drop the silence, they'll be able to cast spells.
True.
Okay. Message delivered as.
Yeah, you dummy.
Well, I mean, if you order me to drop it, I will, but I think this is the best move.
No, I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. I'm just
Yeah.
calling it out. Just saying it out loud.
Groin is.
How are those horses?
Yeah, the horses are kicking and lashing and going fucking nuts, and one of them just fucking smacks the shit and bucks the hell out of Groin, who goes
Oh, no.
flying back. Gets knocked prone. Takes 10 points of damage.
Is the horse dead though? Did he have like his leg ripped off?
The one horse he initially attached is like down with like one bent leg and just like.
Oh.
Like it doesn't look good. Okay. 1 second.
The 80s are happening.
How long does silence last?
A couple
Up
of
to-
years.
Yep.
That's a
Forever.
long
10
time.
minutes. And
That is actually forever.
9, you were the one that cast it?
No, or critic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Don't
Good.
get hit, sir.
That's good to know.
Don't get hit.
Um.
Okay.
All the guards rush you. Get hit.
Well, they don't necessarily know that I did it. They were in.
That's true.
They don't know where this came from.
Man. All right.
They even know that they're silenced?
Oh yeah, nobody can hear anything. It sounds like it's like a deafening silence when you're inside it. In fact, you are
Silence
deafened
is
when you're
deafening.
inside.
Okay.
Crossbows, ho.
A bolt of a strange material comes sort of shooting and spraying out towards you, Krennic.
What?
You
are-
don't really
you are
know
struck.
what the fuck that is.
Is it magic?
You're not sure. It seems magic-like, but smells like acid.
Oh.
Is
That's
it
not
a
a
ranged
good
weapon attack?
Not in any sort of catchable bolt ammo-like form.
Or
The
delectable war.
guard engaged with you and tethered by a strange tentacle whip is still using its free hand to slash at you with its blade. Definitely hits on that one for 8 points of damage. Swings again. And completely misses as you duck out of the way. His buddy is trying to surround you with his blade drawn now.
How does that DC go if I take damage?
I'm sorry?
Since I'm concentrating.
Oh, yes.
How does that work?
Not deaf anymore.
Well, I don't know. I might save, but I don't know what the save is.
Yep. Thank you. We don't run into this too often, but concentration. If you take damage, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain that concentration. It's 10 or half the damage you take.
Oh wait, half the damage? It's
yeah,
4.
and so it is
Oh, 10 plus half the damage, or just
10
half the
or
damage?
whatever number is higher, so it would be the 10 in this
fuck.
case.
All right, well,
And with that,
it's all clear.
the sign. Do you mind just left and right clicking, just to clear yours only?
To
If
oh
you
oh
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
tap
yeah.
left and
Look,
right, yeah.
It is.
And the
We can hear again.
silence fades. The last thing you hear is Krennic. Grimlaw
Oh, Grimlaw.
is getting back up, a bit winded with a busted bum. Goes running after Groin, who like comes flying through the air and plopping down right next to him. And he's like trying to like get him back up and basically mount him, but it pretty much takes all of his turn just to get on the fucking guy and get him back up, make sure he's not severely injured from that. But in doing so, Groin can now move, and Grimlaw is very much trying to handle his animal. Has a plus. Let's see.
+1 to Groin.
+2. And he's not handling him so well, and they're kind of just like ratting all about his groin is still sort of in shock from the crazy kick he just received. Oric, your guards are heading down the road away from you. The silence is lifted, you're hearing things. Clearly some commotion has ensued here. What are you doing?
I mean, so can I just observe? Can I take like half of my 6 seconds? Not even half, like a second to look at these guys. Can I tell based off of their armor and or markings or anything from a non-player point of view how many levels higher they are than we are?
They look like serious fucking business. I mean, for all you know, based on your character's information, this guy is in control of not only a fully grown blue dragon, but all of the cultists who follow him and were organized near Greenest. Like, this guy showed up like a superstar, clearly had some sort of beef with Leo Sin, and was out of there. And your brain's been churning enough now, I'll say. Roll a d20. Roll an insight check.
Oh, you roll a 5. I'm calling it right now, 5.
You don't have to preemptive it.
Oh!
Your brain's been
he's
churning
reverse
enough
psychology.
now as like all of these things, all of these events, this fucking complex Rube Goldberg machine has been fucking cranking away here, and like you can hear Morden's hammer just beating away in the back of your skull. This guy and all of his people were already gone from the camp before. Like they were on their way out well before like the loot train or anyone else left. So this could, in some respect, be considered the advance party. You would consider him to be incredibly powerful by all measures. What are you doing?
Would we also say that Frula was incredibly powerful and Langdedrosa was incredibly powerful at the times as well? Like, would
You
we
would
be
say
in
they were
similar
very
predicaments?
powerful. I mean, these guys like bowed down to this guy, from what you could tell, as well as the rest of the entire fucking camp back when you were in it.
I mean, I just hit one of the bodyguard, the guys driving the cart, in the head.
Marinate on all that. Oric, what are you doing in real time right now?
I'm running up. I'm yelling, guys, I think we've got to go! And then I cast Heat Metal on Resmir.
Heat metal, my fave.
Yes.
The Dragon Slayer maneuver. Take your armor off, bitch.
I really want to burn this caravan.
On his armor.
Okay. Heat metal.
Yeah.
The thing 9 defeated our previous opponent with on a mountainside.
What are you
Yeah.
you targeting his armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You target him, and you realize your spell had 0 effect.
Hey guys, remember when I said I think it's time to leave? I really legitimately mean it's time to fucking leave.
Yeah.
Homeboy's wearing robes and no armor, bro. And we'll pick up there next time, I guess.
Yeah.
I also cast Healing Word on 9.
Oh, that's a bonus action, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's roll it before we go.
Let me find it.
You guys remember? Oh.
Perfect. Well, you get 4 points back.
You guys remember when Ace
Thanks,
was
man.
stuck all alone by herself, and she had to like save everybody, and like how it was totally impossible? I feel like this is that. Like we are gonna fucking die. Like we're gonna have to play this so hard. Like we're gonna have to come up with a perfect plan.
I think we're
I think we
past
got
the.
this.
I think we're past
saved
the
by
point
the
of
T-ball.
I
planning.
mean, we could put a bag of holding over someone's head and just hold it tight. Like we could do a lot of things, right? Use it like a weapon.
I've never seen that before. But that
Why
sounds
not?
Awesome.
Why the fuck wouldn't you do it? They'll be dead.
Well, I mean, it takes time for the air to run out.
I think like 10 minutes. or
There's
something.
no air. There's no air in there.
No, you'd have to conduct some experiments, right? You characters don't really know.
Punch
what-
them in the stomach so
would
they
happen.
exhale, and then put the bag over their head, and then they'll be done.
I mean, if we can make that grapple check, yeah.
I mean, I'm a grappler.
Alright, not at all what I had planned for tonight. It's interesting.
Can I run something by you real quick?
Sure.
Just wanted to know what was in the cart. I didn't want to get in the cart.
Well, you were in the cart. If I were to, would you allow me to wrap the Iron Comet around someone and use my padlock to lock them up in it, and then use them as a weapon?
Ooh.
You can try anything.
I would like to try that next time.
The rulebook states that holding the bag upside down causes the contents to spill out.
Oh, the wine
Yeah.
keg just goes over their head.
I'll give
is
you some general assumptions with, but a lot of that stuff is stuff that your character should like actually figure out. Yeah.
What happens if I put the bag of holding over someone's head?
And then
There's
put
a-
another bag of holding on top of that.
The universe implodes.
Does.
Alright.
Well, here we are, Fitty.
Thanks for the games.
Yeah. Thank
Sorry.
you. This is
Thank you.
amazing.
Sorry if this is scary.
Mhm.
This is so scary.
It's pretty scary. Yeah.
I can't wait for Space Dungeons. This is gonna be so good.
I
Yep.
guess I should
Yeah.
start prepping some
I'll start looking at the
adventures.
classes.
Yeah. I mean, you guys really caught me off guard here with this one. I gotta tell you.
I don't, man.
I mean, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, that's the best part about D&D, you know? Like, you started looking into wagons. It's like, yeah, well, it makes sense that these guys are starting
it's
to
like-
show up.
like-
And then I'd say there's a certain percentage chance that one of them's actually got Resmer in it based on the time and day and the fact that they headed out well in advance of any sort of loot train people. And, sure enough, percentage rolls went one way, and then you all went another, and here we are.
And then a foot went through a cart.
Yeah,
and then-
Graw's foot went through.
went through a card.
Yeah, he's
And
really
the doctor
really
showed
just-
up.
Just really sunk your foot into it.
I am a doctor.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
That's me.
Later, dudes.
Have a
Bye,
good night.
guys.
Dude.
User disconnected.